Hey everybody, and welcome this week to The Thing Remastered, obviously based on the 2002 game The Thing. This is a remaster of that, which itself was based on John Carpenter's The Thing, which was an absolutely excellent movie. I think it was from the 80s, about these researchers that are stuck in Antarctica, I believe it was, with like this alien parasite hybrid thing. I don't know. We're going to learn a lot about it as we play this game, but just for those of you who aren't aware or haven't yet watched The Thing, fantastic movie. Honestly, if you want homework for this game, go watch that movie because it's a banger. I didn't really care for the sequel, which was also called The Thing, I think, which was a prequel to it that came out in 2011, I think it was. I did watch it almost as soon as it came out because I figured it was the same exact thing, but anyway, this is a remaster, remake of that game. It's not too different from the original. It honestly just looks a lot better, and it has like an autosave in it and shit, so this game feels a lot better. But anyway, I'm not going to jump into it with like too much preamble. We're going to go ahead and get started here. A couple cutscenes at the beginning, so enjoy.
Larsen! Oh, wake up!
Oh, herregud, hjelp meg!
Blake, it's Whitley. What's the situation?
Not good.
What do you see?
Not a goddamn thing in this storm.
Have you found anything?
Well, your transmitter's down and everything else is foobar.
What do you mean?
The base is gone, Colonel. It looks like massive explosives damage. Any clues here are gonna be like finding a needle in a haystack.
Understood. Do a recon, see if you can find anything that'll give us an idea what happened. I can try to get the chopper back to you within an hour, but visibility's falling fast and the report for your area is not very good.
Okay. We'll make a sweep and report back.
Roger. Meanwhile, I'll check up on Alpha Team. Oh, Blake, just remember it's 40 below out there. We both know exposure could sneak up on you. Keep your team together and get them to shelter as quickly as you can.
Roger that. Blake out.
So we start with a new lead here, Blake. It's 40 degrees below zero in the Antarctic. All that this is saying is that we have a coldness bar that comes into play in the bottom left whenever we go outside. Generally, we can generally counteract it by going inside in places. I don't really know where best to start because we're gonna have another cutscene, so we might as well watch it.
Blake, you need anything repaired or even a simple bypass, and I'm your man.
If any of you take on any damage, get back to me ASAP, and I'll help you out. I'm not carrying any dead bodies back.
I'm locked, loaded, and ready to make shit dead.
So, the three squad member types, soldiers, engineers, and medics. Soldiers always have a tough camouflaged helmet on. I don't know. But they're pretty easy to make out the difference of, whenever you see them. Also, they're like little icons in their character thing, are color-coded. So, green is obviously the soldier. He's better at, shooting things. The red, the pink, they're the medic. They heal you and your team members whenever you need it. And the blue ones are the engineers. Now, I think we actually might have to use the engineer. I'm not so certain. There are these junction boxes in all the different rooms, in different places throughout the game, and you can repair it yourself, or you can see I repaired it there a little bit, or you can send a engineer over to repair it if you have a reason for them to do so. Or there are ones that are so broken that you need an engineer to do it. So, speaking of which, I just got hurt. So now we can have our medic heal us. He's really nice. I like this. I remember liking this a lot as a kid because I was never very good at this game. I had it for the... Ooh, excuse me. I had it for the original PlayStation 2, I think it was. There are like these wall switches that you can hit to, usually for opening and shutting the doors that are around. I'm kind of looking around. I think that... I think this first area is supposed to be the area from the first movie, the original John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, this is like the... where this whole movie was supposed to have taken place at, and now you can see we're cold again out here. I remember somebody saying that this like pool table was like featured in the movie. I just don't quite remember it. I feel like what I remember of it are manufactured memories. So the controls of this game are a little bit, they're good. I like them, but there's a lot going on in them. For example, like I'm going to try to equip something. Yeah, so that's our like secondary item. So like a flare, for example, if we're having trouble like seeing, I believe that this door is locked. The key to this particular door is hidden underground. It's just saying that sometimes there are locked doors. So, U.S. Antarctica Research Program. So, yeah, we're getting more context to the fact that this was the base from the first movie. The Norwegian, I think it was, base is featured in this game. It's like, so first mission we go to the American base, second mission we go to the Norwegian base. Oh, it looks like Pierce is calling out for help, which is, I think, just like another character. I think there are like a couple different characters who actually died in the movie and some who lived that get featured in this game, but I'm not really super aware of who they are.
I'm gonna hide this tape when I'm finished. If none of us make it, at least there'll be some kind of a record. The storm's been hitting us pretty hard now for 48 hours. We still have nothing to go on. One other thing. I think it rips through your clothes when it takes you over. Windows found some shredded long johns, but the name tag was missing. They could be anybody's. We're all very tired. There's nothing else I can do. Just wait. R.J. McCready, helicopter pilot, U.S. Outpost North 31.
I think that's a, I think you can see him recording that in the movie, so that's kind of cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, a couple people make like a reappearance in this, some that were in the, like original movie, the original The Thing. I was just deciding where I wanted to go there. Oh nice, we got a fire extinguisher. That comes in handy for, like it's like a, we can sort of manipulate the environment, sometimes start fires, and then we'll obviously have to put some fires out in order to progress at some point.
What the hell?
What do you think it is, Captain?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Looks like a goddamn UFO to me. This shit gives me the creeps.
Yeah, we're not alone in the universe and all that crap. Check it out and move on.
So to generally kind of catch you up, like I guess we'll talk about this a little bit. So this, like, this base that we're at right now, it had like just American researchers. I don't even remember what they were researching, but then all of a sudden one day, like, I believe it's Norwegians. You'll have to forgive me if I've been saying the wrong thing, but I think there's like these Norwegians just show up to base one day shooting at a dog. We're going to make this real quick. The dog turns out to be like a monster of some kind from outer space, and I don't know how much of this is a super spoiler because it's not, whatever. Anyway, you had your chance to watch the movie. It's been, what, 50 years now almost? And then, what was I saying? Oh boy, this is really dark and really eerie. The virus has the ability to replicate the original biological entity, including the clothing. So I think a lot of Blair's notes are around here. Adrenaline hypos. I don't know generally what you're supposed to do with these, but I know I use them to like calm down squad members that kind of have like a mental break. This is talking about how whenever somebody they run into one of these infected entities, there's a 50 to 70% chance of infection. That's kind of wild. An infected entity has the ability to fragment and survive, so big pieces can break off into little pieces as you kill it. If an infected entity reaches the mainland, then global infection will occur in approximately 72,000 hours. I don't know what that converts to in days, but that's tough. All right, so advanced junction boxes. This is what they're trying to teach you with, like, you're going to have to sometimes use like engineers to progress, and they're honestly like the big kind of puzzle element in this game. I guess I'll read. What is this? This note. Although this is probably the scariest biological entity I have ever encountered, I feel that under the correct study conditions, this could advance our understanding of biology greatly. Because this is essentially like a monster that can like swallow people up and stuff like that, and like replicate their biology.
Oh, Christ, what is that?
Chill out. Everybody keep tight till we figure out what's going on.
So there are two different meters in this game. There's a fear and a trust meter. It's teaching us about the fear meter. You can see that the medic is like shaking here. His fear is like going high. I don't know where best to begin with this because it's super fucking complicated. The important part of this is at the very end. Access to medical supplies is limited to myself and Gary, code 1138. So I'm going to back him away from this. I think you can see that they're kind of jerky, but so different things in the game, like mostly scary environments, like cause your like allies or whatever to get scared, and if they're scared, their accuracy gets lower and lower, and then they can have a mental break if it gets too low. And what you're supposed to do, which I can kind of show off here, is like let's say this guy's here was like he was experiencing a mental break. I can then like inject him. Hold up, don't get too squirrely here, buddy. I'm trying to inject this guy. You know what? I might simply not be able to because they're not low on fear. I did do this in a previous playthrough, so I do know that it eventually would work, but whatever. I guess if they don't need it, I'll just hold on to that supply for now, considering that, you know, it would be kind of a waste to use it. I think data rooms on the whole are all like save locations, so that's good for us. We can save, you know, our game at them. They're like these little tape recorder type deals. Infirmary storeroom at the U.S. base. So at least I wasn't wrong insofar as this is the US base. If you're looking for where to go in these maps, you can oftentimes just follow the lights. So I'd mentioned that some characters from the movie made an appearance, and we're about to run up on one right here.
Whitley, this is Blake.
What have you got?
One body. Identification says Childs, no survivors. And what appears to be
One body and what?
in some kind of unidentified craft. It looks, well, like a UFO. Colonel?
Roger. I'll have a chopper there ASAP. There's a supply crate that was dropped earlier near the base. It contains C4 charges. I want you to rig all the remaining buildings and I'll remote detonate them from here.
Affirmative. I'll contact you when we're finished.
So if you remember at the end of the thing, Childs and McCready were like the last two survivors of this outpost base or whatever. And you can see Childs here is dead. He even actually has the bottle of liquor beside him. What is that, a chess set out here? Whatever. I don't remember that from the movie, but I would almost say for sure that was in it. So up here near so apparently Childs didn't make it from the movie, I don't know if I made that clear enough. Up near these flares are some C4s, and they want us to plant the C4 in the infirmary and in the radio room. If you forget your objective, you can actually see it in the notes section. We got to, what is it? It's at the very top of the notes. So we have 4 things to do. Retrieve evidence, rescue any survivors, keep our team alive, plant C4 in the infirmary and the radio room. So that's not going to be too hard. That's basically both sides of this base, I'm pretty sure. So this is for the infirmary. But anyway, I was talking earlier about like the story. I don't know how basically the alien like kills pretty much everybody. It's like weak to fire, it turns out. Like you can't even kill it unless you're like lighting it on fire. Like you can hurt it a lot and scare it away, but like you can't kill it unless you light it on fire. So that's a mechanic that gets translated into this game. Now we have to return to the evac point, which was precisely where we picked these supplies up. So you're basically doing one more tour through the base and then you're kind of done. But anyway, the alien like makes that mothership, or not mothership, like UFO, so that I assume it can like return into space, which is kind of crazy. Like that a member of their race just has like the knowledge to make a spaceship. Like you tell me a human that can create a rocket ship that I don't know. I think you got kind of get what I'm saying. Like that's advanced knowledge for just like some rando.
Colonel, we've completed the explosives placement. Standing by for evac. Anything from Alpha Team?
Negative. Could be the storm.
Must be. I've been getting partial transmissions for the last hour or so. I'm going to assemble my team. When the chopper arrives, I'll have it drop me at Alpha's rendezvous.
Negative. You have your orders, Captain. Don't put this mission in jeopardy.
I understand, Colonel, but I don't have much choice. Pierce's team is in trouble. Besides, if there are any survivors, I'm the only one on the team that speaks Norwegian. Blake out.
Blake, do you read me?
Roger, Colonel, this is Blake.
Have you found anyone yet?
Nothing yet. I just arrived. The storm is worsening. May take a while to find anything.
Looks like that little stunt of yours might pay off.
I don't understand, Colonel.
I received a partial transmission from Pierce. He's found something. Might be research. Find him and get back to me ASAP.
Affirmative. Did he say if there were any hostiles in the area?
Negative. No hostiles.
Okay, I'm on it. Blake out.
So for the first two missions anyway, there's not really all that many enemies. This here, you could learn a harsh lesson pretty quickly if you walked into it, that will hurt you. And then as that tutorial tip popped up and showed us just a minute ago, but I kind of skipped through, follow the light poles if you're ever like out in the out and about and you really can't see. Let's see what we got in our inventory. So our inventory is actually retained for like a really long time, and then kind of at random points it gets like reset. So no, actually I do think we run into enemies in this level. So for some reason I was telling you that enemies aren't they definitely aren't in the first mission, and for some reason I wasn't thinking that they were in the second mission either, but this is the Norwegian outpost. Ooh, how eerie is that? Now I can't remember, we can't like turn around and face that thing yet. I don't think so. No. So it kind of seems like we're being followed by some monster.
Identify yourself.
Captain, it's Carter. Christ, where's everybody?
What happened here?
Something. I don't know what they were, but they attacked us. I thought they was part of the... Wait a minute. Don't you come any closer. Where the hell did you come from anyways?
A chopper brought me in. From the U.S. Research Station, 5 clicks south of here.
I'm hurt pretty bad.
Don't move, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so this is telling us about like team members that like if they get seriously hurt, you can heal them. Now this is the final stage before like they would enter like a death, like they would die. I guess it's not that complicated to understand. I don't know why I'm playing around it so much, but like there's like a pre-death sort of thing that he's in right now where he like won't die right this second, but if he were to get hit, he would die. Now, I don't know why it's like pointing a gun at him. There we go. I just healed him, and he does have enough trust to follow us, but he does need a gun also. So this is one of the other sort of things that like the game teaches you. So 2 bars on the right for him. We don't ever see the trust bar, but we can infer it based on how crazy our team members are acting and what they're saying. Then he has HP, which is at the bottommost bar. Then he has trust. You can give trust or gain trust by giving these team members like guns and ammunition, and you can also gain their trust by like shooting at monsters. Like let's say we were fighting, and since you noticed that I didn't have the bar filled up on that guy. Also kind of annoying whenever you recruit new followers, you have to or new team members, you have to like manually every time tell them to follow you. Okay, so we got a lab junction box. Since he is an engineer, you're probably starting to get the idea here that you basically are like almost always looking for an engineer in these places to repair these advanced junction boxes. Now that he's not near this door, we can blow this up. I'm going to swap over to the fire extinguisher because we don't... Ah, shit, I accidentally healed myself. I thought I had the fire extinguisher equipped. Whoops. Oh, man, and it almost blew this thing up. Not that that matters. It could have blown up. I was just a little bit close to it. So this is like a minor... armory, sort of. Like, you can see now that we have like a blowtorch, so we can handle enemies. You can quick swap between a fire weapon and the last fire weapon you had equipped, or maybe it's the best one, and the last gun you were on by pressing right on the D-pad. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use the computer first. Excuse me. We're all going crazy. This thing in the ISO, again, I believe it's the Norwegians, like, were the first people to run into this alien thing. This game features CCTVs that you can, you know, interact with like the camera. This is kind of interesting. You can see there's like a guy here that we're going to run into here soon. But what we're looking for, this is like the thing in the ice that they like pulled out of the ice, and it was like a monster, obviously. But you can zoom in on certain things, and it will add it to kind of your, like, I don't know, compendium. I don't know what it's called, but we now have the code to this door that was otherwise locked. Thank God you don't actually have to remember the codes. Now, why is it not switching me? There we go, to this gun. I want to basically keep out my machine gun for as long as I can. Now, whoa, this is spooky. We should have a cutscene.
Blake, where'd you come from?
I received some partial transmissions from Pierce. It sounded like there was a problem.
Shit, you got that right. We got ambushed by these things. I don't know where they came from, man. Everybody lost it. The squad split up.
Have you talked to Pierce?
I got part of a radio message from him. He said he was at the north section of the base. He was talking some medical mumbo shit. He said he wanted to talk to the colonel.
The colonel hasn't contacted you?
Man, I haven't heard shit from anyone.
Let me try my radio. Blake to Colonel Whitley, do you read? Blake to Colonel Whitley, urgent. Alright, let's head north and get Pierce.
So our radios aren't working super well. Let me just kind of look around here. You'll probably see me like loot a lot. Not necessarily that it's like a huge, especially this early in the game, not necessarily that it's like that huge a deal that you do that, but I don't know, makes my life a little easier. So there were like little critters above us. Oh, nice. That turns off the power cords outside. And then there's a key. And I believe we are free to go back. Let me make sure I've gathered everybody. Yep, we got both of my guys here. Just don't want to lose anybody on the trip back through. So yeah, this should just be small little critters that we'll run into coming out of here, I think. Yep. These ones you can kill since they're so small with just arms fire, like with bullets. I can't remember. Some parts of the environment you can break open by like exploding other things. Like, well, I kind of showed that off as an example earlier with that armory room we basically had made it in. Now, I can't quite see. Does the medic... Oh, the medic doesn't even have a gun. I don't know about giving him my machine gun. No, I thought for some reason that he had... or that I might have had multiple machine guns, because you can have multiple machine guns. Now, I did get my gun back. Much rather me, if somebody was going to not have a gun, I'd rather it be one of my NPCs than me. So I do have the fire extinguisher equipped, which as you can see here, again, we put the fire out. And it looks like, I think this is the end of this mission, and then it transitions into the next mission kind of seamlessly. It's weird how the missions in this kind of work. I thought that the missions used to be like labeled with names, like this would be like mission 3 or whatever, but I don't know. Killing Thing Beast. So it's telling us that like anything that's bigger than, I don't know, like a dog, like a small dog, you'll have to get it down real low on HP and then burn it. Thankfully, we have what's called the blowtorch, I think it is. This is the weaker of the two. You'll want the flamethrower as time kind of goes on, but we won't need that for a couple minutes. I forget. I think that this is like, yep, this place is filled with like monsters. It is cool. I like the camera work in this game, which becomes especially apparent like while you're doing things like repairing and shit like that. I'm gonna just go ahead and quickly save here. Is this the, yeah, Norwegian Outpost South? Cool. Oh shit, our guy is like really hurt. There we go. Is that our medic that's hurt? Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Oh, man. All right. So what is the... Oh, yeah, we have to break apart these boxes so that we can get our engineer over here. Go to the door controls. And I wanted to see what their HP was at. That was a soldier, actually, that's hurt. I thought for some reason he was a medic. All right, and so he'll repair that, and then we can flip the door switch here. I'm just kind of peeking in the windows here. They're complaining, obviously, about the temperatures. I suppose if I was in -40... I'm like bitching, and it's like 30 degrees out.
Pierce, it's Blake. It's okay. Put your weapon down.
No way. You're infected just like all the others.
I'm not.
Your word ain't shit, Captain. I found a report that says the only way to prove you're not one of those things is through a blood test. Now, there's a medical kit near the kennel. You go get it and come back here, and I'll watch you do the test.
Okay, so this should be the last time that we kind of talk about, what is it, like, trust. Well, not the last time, but like this is kind of like the focal point, like what trust means in this game and stuff. I'm not sure. Let's go to the right first, actually. One of these ways I think doesn't have stuff that we need and the other way does, so... Anyway, we obviously have to look for these blood tests so that... Oh, lots of little critters around. We have to look for these blood tests so that we can prove that we're not a monster. The way that these worked in the movie, and it's kind of cool how the game like translates them, is the idea is like even the blood of like these monsters like is itself like part of the entity. So in like every part of the entity like fights vehemently for self-survival. Like there's no part of like this monster that's like willing to just roll over and die for the greater good. So what happens is like anytime that there's a what is this? Oh, okay, these are the hypos. Cool. So we want to save these for whenever we get back to Pierce. But so what they do is they drew blood from everybody and then dipped like a hot wick into it, or like a hot welding rod or something, and then the blood would like react to it in an explosive way whenever it was like it got fire lit to it. So that's the same idea that these hypos are going to do, is like they're going to capture your blood and then apply like some heat to it. So I think this is simply another like what is it, like a door with like, or a room with like some supplies in it. I'm gonna go ahead and set him on it, and I'll keep my eye out for any more monsters around. We're not doing great on our cold bar, but we'll pop in here and get warmed up, I guess, next to this fire. A bunch of the like the flame stuff. Oh, and another blowtorch. Cool. So the blowtorch is the weaker of the two like flame weapons in this game. I guess technically there's also like incendiary grenades, but I don't really use those very often except for like boss fights, because the enemies are so squirrely it's sometimes hard to. But anyway, we're gonna swap over to the blood test kit and go in here. So Pierce is, that's this guy's name is Pierce. Pierce is like head of like the other unit that was sent to investigate. So we were sent to the US one, he was sent to the Norwegian one.
You got the kit? Good. The report said the hypo contains a chemical that reacts with blood. Do it. We'll soon know, one way or another.
Now I'm gonna show you what I already know.
Okay, we gotta know how to do two things here. One is to inject ourselves, which we're going to do automatically, apparently, so that didn't... there was no reason to pretense that. And then we have to test these guys. So we're going to test this guy first, and it's a dud. He's no good. He's a monster. So we're going to have to light him up, and then catch him on fire. And then same way with this guy here, he's also a monster. They try to jump us in a 2-on-2, but their little transformation takes too long, so... Alright, and I'm going to pick up their guns before we go, because they didn't have like a ton of guns, and I think that this guy will follow us now, like he's considered part of our crew. So it's us and Pierce, and we can end the mission, I believe, by just like leaving this area. Cool. And then we'll open up the next area with like a little cutscene or whatever. This next mission's kind of I would say a fan favorite. It's pretty fun.
Pierce! Pierce!
God damn it. Pierce must have got lost behind me somewhere.
What the hell are you doing?
Blake, is that you? Oh man, am I glad to see you.
Yeah, it's me, you jackass. Now let's get inside.
What the hell happened?
Look, man, me and Williams were tracking this weird animal through the base, and we lost him in the storm, and then we ran into a Swede.
Norwegian.
Yeah, the Norwegian guy. Well, he started shouting and attacking me, and I started chasing him, and I lost him in the storm.
What about Williams?
I lost him too.
Christ.
All right, so we have got Pace, our newest recruit. We lost Pierce. I don't know. We spent all that time to find Pierce. I'm picking up grenades, by the way. We spent all that time to find Pierce just to immediately lose him in the snowstorm. I always thought that was a very funny, I don't know, not like a detail, but like you think of the story or whatever, and it's like we find him, and then he's gone. So, yeah, we'll have to fix the front fuse box door. I don't think... Oh, nice job covering our back. This guy deserves some ammunition if I got it. Oh, I do have ammunition for that, I know. We'll give him till we're down to about 200. That looks fair. I pretty much cut my ammo in half and gave him half. He is a engineer, so if we have to do engineer stuff, he can. Just kind of looking all around. This is a place where I don't really want to get jumped. Like, it's kind of cramped, and you can end up with, like, your back to a wall a lot, or you're back to somewhere where you weren't even anticipating there being enemies, and then suddenly there are enemies. So I like to just kind of sweep a little bit, keep my eye out for, the little critters here. So, yeah, I think we ought to just kind of maybe peek down by this way first. Oh, yep, this is another upcoming enemy. It's kind of cool that you can see these guys, like, before they even show up. I always thought this was an awesome detail. So it's, like, just kind of, like, Crip walking around, and then it'll like disappear, so you can't like run all the way around and see him, at least to my knowledge. I was looking at this video, and there was like some dude posting like weird glitches about this game from like a year ago or whatever, but it was mostly end game glitches, so I don't know. Dude, that looks pretty deadly. Incendiary grenades on top of explosive explosive barrels. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to have this guy repair this junction box, and I'll watch his back, make sure that nothing jumps out at him. You can lose the game by, like, losing, or losing an engineer whenever you would need one, or there are sometimes mission-critical NPCs in your team that you can lose as well. The stun gun. This is kind of, I don't know. You can, like, if one of your teammates is, like, acting amok, like, they have, like, a gun and they're being, like, hard-headed, you can shock them with a stun gun, but it causes them to lose trust in you. I don't know. It's super complicated. I don't like it. Lost contact with the Medi Center today. We sent a team up to investigate, but then lost contact with them. No way I'm sending anybody else out in this weather. Nothing in that box. Whatever. So I think we have another cutscene.
Stay the hell away from me, I'm warning you!
Williams, I need your help.
Bullshit. You're infected just like the rest. Come any closer and I'll fry your ass.
Listen, I found Pace. I just need to get into the comm room to call for assistance. Do you have access?
Now, I've got access, but I ain't going nowhere with all those things out there. You kill them, and I'll help get us out of here.
So he doesn't necessarily want trust. I suppose we could probably quickly get it by giving him ammo or using the blood test kit, but he instead wants us to kill all walkers. So that's kind of a new enemy type. Speaking of new enemy types, here's another one. I call these guys the spiders. I don't remember what they're called. They're just kind of more agile, like of the crawler enemies. I don't know. They're not... this game is like so far from being like too complicated, but at the same time, there are kind of levels to it. Now, as we exit here, I kind of want to make sure that I have, I don't know, maybe like some heavier equipment out and ready to go, because we're going to have to fight those monsters from earlier, the bigger ones that we saw lurking outside of the base. Oh, there he comes. The bigger enemies have like kind of weird AI to them. They're not bad, but they do kind of... Okay, so you shoot them, right? And it drops their HP. And it seems like a lot of times if their HP gets very low, they'll run away because they can regenerate HP. But what that culminates in is pretty much... Like a lot of times it'll look like they're just standing there until you kill them. So... like him. He's just kind of standing there, and then I think he was like repathing in his like little pea brain, like where he should go. But he has to show off animations whenever he does it. I don't know. It's super complicated. I used to really like this game a lot as a kid, and I still like this game. Like, this is a really good remaster of this game. But I used to be like obsessed with this game, and I used to like go up to like the very... I used to like write down where people would get like infected at, because your characters are scripted to get infected a lot of the times, or to like automatically die and stuff like that. So I used to just be like, I don't know, I was obsessed with every video game back then, but oh, this is an exit to outside, whatever. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, let's maybe just... I want to see what we got kind of around. Ooh, we can get the shotgun. Interesting. So if you do a little bit of exploring this early on, you can get some pretty neat weapons right off the bat. I am going to go ahead and switch to the shotgun. It's not terribly good, but I do like to use it. I used to use this a lot as a kid, the shotgun. So now we should be able to recruit this guy.
Well, the area's secure now. I need your help. If we're gonna make it out of here alive, you've got to get me in the comm room now.
Yes, sir. Follow me, Captain. Maybe you will get us out of this.
Everybody, like, acts so weird in this game. I constantly think, like, everybody's infected. I don't know, just the way that, like, they speak and stuff sometimes is, like, so odd to me. Okay, speaking of, where the fuck... Yeah, this guy, like, was auto-recruited from the cutscene, so I don't, like, have to tell him to follow. Now, this is where we're going, right? Go ahead and open her up for me, buddy. Hey, cool. What... Oh, he's a medic. Oh, okay, so we got a free little heal off that. I guess I should have this guy repair that. And I was hoping that I could shut this door, because I do think we actually have a bunch of enemies that come in behind us. More shotgun bullets there. Alrighty, and we'll save the game real quick. And, oh yeah, we can use the radio. And this spawns in, like, a bunch of enemies behind us. Alright. The shotgun's good. I was trying to explain to one of my friends, like, why I kind of like this gun over, why I like this gun. It's like, if you miss with that gun, you still have, like, a pretty good chance of, like, peppering one of the other nearby enemies. Of course, like, the burst damage is really nice, too. I like that more than I like, say, the machine gun. Your allies won't shoot you in the back. Like, I don't even know if they're capable of it. But you can certainly hit them in the back. So I try to, like, go in front of them. I guess I can feel my controller vibrating, so maybe they can hit you. They just can't, like, lay into you the same way you can kind of lay into them. So once again, I think we leave. No, we must not leave. Okay, what is our objective then? Rescue Alpha Team radio for assistance. So what do we got to do? We got to hit the call radio button again. Oh, no, we go out the back way. Oh, I gotcha. And that was like our dog guy, wasn't it? I don't know what he was doing back there. What the fuck? Did he just, like, fuck off? Yeah, there he is. Okay, so then we'll go to the next place from here. This is like an early test of your combat skills a little bit. This mission it has the potential to be kind of difficult. I think the idea is, like, you're radioing for assistance. Like, there's not much dialogue here, which is kind of weird, but, like, you're, like, radioing for assistance, and then, like, you're kind of, like, holding up here for that assistance. That's the way I always kind of understood this mission. I don't know. It's maybe not even worth reading that much into. So this room's gonna have, like, quite a few enemies in it. Sometimes these, like, little brain things will continue to spawn enemies, so, you know, you want to pop those pretty early too. But then sometimes they're completely useless, so, I don't know. Just some of the antiquated things from the original game that, I don't know, didn't get kind of fleshed out in the remake or whatever. Because there are times where there's, like, these pustules, like, around that you can't pop and that don't spawn enemies. Or, like, they do spawn enemies, but you can't pop them. Oh my god, it's just all over the place. So you can even kind of infer, I would guess, that all this ammunition here is because we're going to have a hell of a standoff. So I'm going to get these guys loaded for bear on ammunition. So this guy has a flamethrower. I do have flamethrower fuel that I can give to him. Okay. And then what else did we have? We need to give Pace probably some ammunition, because this is like a hell of a long siege that we're going to have to we're going to have to do, pick up some of these machine gun bullets, alright, and then we'll get ready to go call the radio. Now, I'm curious, okay, we do have a medic on our team. Now, what is, oh, this is for save, gotcha. Alright, I'm going to load up on some of these blowtorch joints just in case we need them, and I guess we can get started here. So again, this is like a pretty big siege attack. I'm going to start with the machine gun out, and that way I can kind of have like a medium-ish range, you know, that I can hit these things at. Now I need our companions in here sometime to help with this huge influx of enemies. There is a quick heal button in this game. It's left on the D-pad, so you don't have to have the med kit equipped to actually, you know, use a med kit, which is kind of nice. Now, I don't know why. Okay, group follow. There we go. Now, it is kind of, they can be kind of annoying having group follow on this mission just because, like, they can kind of get in your way and stuff. Okay, so we must be done with this room, and they're going to press into another room, and I'm not sure. Is it? Yeah. Well, I did just barely see them out in the distance, so. So yeah, this goes on for, I don't know, probably about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less. Sometimes missions seem like they're way longer than they actually are to me. We're reloaded on ammunition. This is kind of fun for mission. I don't know who they had on like game design for this. I also think maybe John Carpenter actually voices somebody in this game. I can't remember. I might show it off who I think it is. I'm not like super aware of every little thing in this game. But I don't know who they had on game design for this game, but this game does feel pretty fucking good as you play it. Oh, excuse me, goodness. Keeping my eye out for the next waves of enemies that come about. Oh, I think it's in this room. If a place is getting like too overwhelming, you can like shut the door on it. Like if you needed like a breather for a minute here. I just want to give you a couple tips. You know, sometimes I struggled with some of these areas as a kid and stuff. So, you know, I figure I'll just help. You can also get an angle on this, on these enemies that approach from that other armory room. You'll notice that they obviously have the busted glass there. Me personally, I think this is good. I like to kind of be on the front line for something like this. Now, there went another wave. I don't think that it's going to switch us up that quick. Oh, no, it did. Holy shit. I just saw the enemies kind of coming from the distance there. The last time that I played this game, they just like pretty much kept coming to the exact same room over and over and over again for a fucking minute. Maybe we're getting hit from like two places at once. It kind of looks like, sort of feels like. Now, I don't like, preferably, I like my allies not to have a fire weapon as their like primary weapon. I'm always worried that they'll hurt me or they'll hurt each other or they'll hurt themselves. Also, it's not like that good of a weapon against like enemies unless you're trying to final kill shot like, you know, one of the like the things, but I don't know. Not too much I can really do about it, though, I suppose. Keeping my eyes out. They're pretty much coming in from fucking all directions. Now, another alternate strategy you might want to try is, like, just placing your guys kind of out and about throughout the base. Like, putting, like, this guy here with the gun, like, in this room, and then, like, maybe putting, like, the flamethrower guy in this room. Like, then you don't have to worry about getting, like, jumped from every little angle. There's like a lot of strategy in this game that you can kind of employ that I sort of like about it. I think I feel like we're chewing through these enemies like really quickly. Now, granted, we are pretty much out of ammunition there, so I'm going to fill this dude up while I'm here refilling my own ammunition. Do I not have... I need to go check that guy and see if he's still set to follow us. Uh-oh. Here comes the last of the guys here. Two big, like, the Thing monsters, and then we'll be done. Alright. I'm trying to, like, light him up from behind. There we go. Watch out. Hopefully he's not being hurt. I don't think so. I think he's fine. Cool. So that is that. And that's how we're done now. The way that you can kind of like understand that we're done is that this is now open. I'm going to attempt a secret. I've never been good at this secret. I'm going to just try it. Supposedly, like if you hold the wall here, yeah, I couldn't even do it. Maybe they even patched it out here in the remaster. Or maybe not. So you can like hold the wall here, and you do have to be kind of particular. This is such a dumb secret. If you don't think that you would like to see this, maybe skip forward a minute. But if you like hold the wall very meticulously here, because it's supposed to be like if you're ever like trying to leave the mission area here, it's like you won, you succeed the mission. And supposedly he sees an enemy nearby. But this is how you can get like a pretty good early weapon. This was in the original game. I assume it would be in the remake. I can't think of a reason that it wouldn't be. But yeah, you want to stay like low here. I also like... This had to have been intentional, right? There's like no way that this was not, because this is like... Way back in the day, there used to be this website called cheatcodes.com, and I really liked it. And it would have like little details like this, and I'd be like, there ain't no fucking way that you can just like come out here and get a super weapon. Oh no, maybe it's not. Oh, they changed it. It's 2 blow torches now. Son of a bitch, that's so lame. I think it used to be like the big flamethrower variant. Oh hey, and there comes a... enemy there, whatever. I don't see a reason to mess with that. The large thing beast must first be weakened and then set on fire in order to kill them. Thank you for the tooltip. Oh, hey, there's a guy running into some kind of like a warehouse, and we're going to have to follow him. So I was thinking for some reason that Williams wasn't following us. I think he was having some fucked up AI in that last mission, but hey, we're good to continue on. This mission, you're kind of like going through like 2 or 3 different buildings. That there is like the second building we'll go up and into. This is the first one. I can't remember if we need to go upstairs first. Yeah, it looks like it's locked. Oh, excuse me. It reeks of fuel in there. That's kind of telling of that area. Oh no, man. I got some bad news, ladies and gentlemen. This game is the easiest game that I've played in like the last probably 5 years to get soft locked in. The elevation changes, like going up and down stairs, is so dangerous. Like I almost just got caught there. So these guys are tripping out. I just need to maybe just continue forward, get them out of whatever they're tripping over. Maybe like somebody just being dead or something. The flares are kind of useless. If you're looking for space in your inventory, you can pretty much always drop the flares. We got a fair few enemies here. I'm trying to drag our team forward so that they stop freaking the fuck out over whatever they're throwing a fit about. Here, maybe I'll even pull them even further up this way. And I don't think that this is going to matter much either. Hold up, is that like a... No, that's not a panel, that's a light. We can drop our way down into here by breaking that panel that's on the roof, and then this room should be... Oh no, this is actually the ventilation area, that's right. I find that the best way to do this like fuel area, because you would probably guess that this is deadly, and it is. It's an area filled with enemy and like fuel canisters. I like to position myself right about here and then like leave. Now, most of the time, I think you'll find that like these enemies will get caught by the blast and then burned to death. So you don't, like, I would assume the other big thing just died, because that's like so much fuel and stuff that like exploded on them. Let's do the fire extinguisher. I'm looking around here. I would guess that he is dead. And what do we got inside of this lockbox? A key. Cool. That'll probably let us into the other room. Just kind of now looking around for supplies if I need them. And then I'll swap back over to the torch, as it's called. One of my favorite old arguments. Obviously, I think torch is like a EU way of kind of saying a flashlight in America, and that's one of my all-time favorite like kind of arguments or whatever. It's like, hey, it's a flashlight, but it's not flashing. That's their argument. It's like, why do you call it a flashlight? It's not flashing. Gain access to the weather station. Oh, looks like we have some enemies down the way. keeping an eye on my back here because, you know, you never know when one of your guys will turn into the thing. Now, that's not me, like, trying to, like, tongue-in-the-cheek be like, oh, they're gonna turn soon, everybody watch out. But, like, you know, no, really, like, you really can't tell when one of these motherfuckers is about to turn on your ass. I guess we could go ahead and save. Oh, and there is some monsters. Maybe I'll take them out before I save, just to save myself the trouble in the future in case I need it. All right, moving along. Man, I wonder, like, I guess in weather stations, that's all that they're doing, right? Is probably just monitoring the weather. I always figured a job like this would be pretty nice, besides the fact that it's, like, freezing cold. And then also, it's kind of, by my estimation, like, if you're kind of fucked in one of these places, like, let's say that, like, I'm working outside, I'm, like, changing something on the roof or something like that, and then, like, I, like, fall and break my leg, and I'm, like, the only... Oh, shit, I'm trying to save this guy. Easy. Oh, easy. Holy shit. Man, we just barely saved your ass, Buster Scruggs. How are y'all doing on HP? I need to check that out. Whatever. Doing fine. He's gonna heal us. How am I doing on HP is the better question. Okay, he's not moving to heal us, so I would guess that we're doing good. Yeah, but, like, you fall and break your leg in a place like this, like, I guess you're just fucked, right? Like, if I fall and break my leg outside, like, you know, my neighbors would probably be there in just, like, a few minutes, and I'd be or I could, like, make a call, you know, I could call, like, 911. I wonder where you get... Well, there's probably not, like, cell towers up in Antarctica, but I was going to ask, like, I wonder if you call, like, 911 up there, where exactly you get routed towards. You just get routed towards, like, fucking Chicago or something, and you're like, you know, I slipped and fell, and I need an ambulance. And she's like, okay, what's your location? You're like, I'm in Antarctica. And she's like, boy, this is not a damn toy. Oh, dear. Anyway, still hunting around, seeing what there is to loot. I didn't just come over here to fight enemies. I came over here for the loot. Oh, hey, there's like another one of these hypos. I can never tell which one's which that we picked up. It looks like a blood test kit we got there. Then we also have adrenaline. Oh, man. There's not a ton to say. The last time that I played this, I didn't get the achievement for, like, having read everything. Gen Inc. personnel were here again today. They appear to be working on something under the ground. I've seen a lot of their equipment arriving, but I'm not sure where it's being kept. So they've got, like, a undergroundish base we're kind of going to run into here soon. I think we have a cutscene here also that we want to listen for.
What the hell happened?
I'm not going anywhere. It's over.
What?
It got me. I can feel it.
I can get you help.
You know goddamn well there's only one option here.
No. No, I can't do that.
You don't have a choice.
Look, I won't let you die, asshole.
Come on. Can't handle it?
Come on, Pierce. This is crazy.
Like my dad always said, if you want a job done right, you gotta do it yourself.
All right, let me ask you guys a question. I was talking about this with one of my friends the other day, and we were kind of like half and half on it. Do you think people who are infected with the thing know that they're the thing? I positioned the telescope on a large object in the ground. There's some activity, and I saw people transporting equipment and containers to the site, which we can then look at over here. This is the telescope they're talking about, and this is like the giant alien spaceship that is featured in the movie, which is where they pulled the alien carcass out of. Oh, great. And this guy's going nutty on me. Okay, everybody, let's just clear out of here. No, the reason that I ask is because, like, I was thinking about, let me pull these guys back. We're going to have to blow this up and then get over here. I was thinking about, you know, like those three guys that are, like, tied to that chair or whatever for the, like the blood test in the first movie. The idea is that there are three guys and they're like tied to these chairs and they're going to test their blood, and they don't want them to break out while they're going to test it. So they're like, okay, you know, let's see what happens. So they're like testing the blood, and like they all kind of seem like scared or whatever by my estimation. And then finally, whenever the one guy, like they go to test his blood and he is the monster, he like just like starts shaking kind of out of nowhere, and then like he transforms into the thing and stuff. So my question was, like, do you even think that they know that they're the thing while they're the thing? Because the way that I kind of see it is like, I don't know, he looked genuinely scared, but are they just that good at emulating human emotions, I suppose? Alright, so somebody calling for help. I need to make sure I have my gun equipped. Now, something you'll probably notice right off the bat is that we lost our companions. A lot of times the game just kind of dumps your companions, and this is one of those such times. So, goodbye, whoever those two guys were that we had before. Not so willing to crawl through the vents. Now, willing to, like, fight these monsters, no problem, but not thrilled about crawling through the vents. I guess I can kind of see where they're coming from. No, I'm just joking, of course. On the bright side, we're not really taking much damage, which is good. I want to get the lights turned on in here, because it is hella dark for me. If you can believe it, I mean, probably, it's not that hard to believe, but I had the gamma at 25% in this game, and, like, there are a lot of times when I was playing it where I was like, fuck, this is still really dark. Okay, so that room's locked. Alright, so I think we'll have another cutscene whenever we talk to this guy.
Blake, you scared the shit out of me. What are you doing here?
Let's skip the song and dance. Pierce is dead. I just want to get the hell out of here.
I followed some guy in here thinking it was him. Then I got trapped in here by those things.
Was the guy from your team?
No. I yelled at him a bunch of times. He didn't even look back.
Could be the guy I was tailing. Any idea where he went?
I think he's downstairs somewhere.
Okay, let's track him down, and then see if we can get Whitley on the radio to chopper us out of here.
Okay, so we're chasing some guy down the stairs. I'm going to just loot here a little bit. And then we have a computer to interact with. We'll see what this says. Controls for operating the crane are situated at the bottom of the stairs. So that is where we are headed toward. I got my shotgun out. And I believe we'll have like just kind of enemies in and around that we'll have to deal with. I also think this door is locked for the next little bit. I think we have to like maneuver our way to get into there. So the crane controls are down there. And we'll have to bring the mechanic down there. Now, I completely forgot, son of a bitch, to tell him to follow us. It's my favorite part of this game. I don't know why that was a game. Like, I'm not that mad. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I really don't care that much to like follow these guys or make these guys follow us. I just don't know where they were coming from on that game design decision. Like, I'm trying to think, like, everything else was, like, so immaculate, and then they're like, okay, we want to make sure that you manually select for everybody to follow you. So there should be hella enemies down here. Yeah, they just kind of come pouring out of everywhere around us. So I want to, like, chase that guy off. The only reason I would, like, want to switch to the flamethrower is if they get, like, particularly close, like that guy is right now. All right, and then we'll switch to this one. I want to make sure that our engineer guy doesn't die, at least for now. Oh god, he's already low on HP. I got a hair in my mouth. Okay, so we've cleared this area up. I think, yeah, we need him on the crane controls. And look, now he's at full HP. What are you talking about? You're hurt, brother. Oh, the HP is so funny in this game. I guess we can cover this guy until, oh man, there's so many of these, like, spider enemies. Hey, and there's the crane controls unlocked. Now, the last time I played this guy died on me, so I'm gonna try to, you know, keep him alive for as long as I can. I do think this is one of the NPCs that has, like, an automatic, like, death, though, like a scripted death, so we'll have to be ready for that. So what does this say? Reminder to weather station personnel, key cards can be obtained from the foreman in the office. So, you know, gonna kind of combo our way to opening that door up. We gotta open the crane, we gotta crawl up the crane, get on the ceiling up here, like the rafters, and then get in over top of the foreman. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Alright, let's give this another crack. I don't know. I think my problem, I kind of am cursed a little bit on like these ramps and changes in elevation and stuff. It's not like very hard. Obviously here, like you can just fall and die, but like, I don't know. There's like a jump that can happen almost. Thank God we didn't die there. Alright, we'll check in on this computer, see what it says. Construction of the test chambers has been relatively smooth. We lost another 3 workers. Can't get any more hands on the project. The workers have been glorifying their experiences here, and as a result, people are too scared to come here. Oh, so like people are saying like, oh god, everybody's like dying. What the fuck? And this guy's like, oh, there go my workers belly aching again about dying. I don't know about so much glorifying. I also don't know, embellishing is probably the word that they should have used there, but alright, anyway, Nice. Down goes another one. There's something really... one shot, one killing the spider-like enemies with the shotgun feels really, really good. So yeah, now we can take the key card down here. Whenever I was younger... I don't want this to be like too spoilery or whatever. We're coming up on a boss fight, and this game automatically weeds out your companions for the boss fight. You only have one at this point, but as you're like coming down this alley or this walkway here, I used to remember like testing this, and you could only get this guy like kind of so far down this hallway before he will like transform. At least that's the way it used to be. I'm just kind of keeping my eye on him because I used to, like I say, test it pretty meticulously here. Huh. No, is he really not going to like transform or nothing? Interesting. Huh. The game used to... I don't know. Anyway, here's the boss. Oh shit, and he's actually gonna fight this thing with me? Huh. Yeah, that is certainly not how that shit used to go. This is something that's gotta kind of go by pretty quickly, but they're like these... Oh shit, oh boy, I really didn't want that. Him to transform while he's in here. Alright, well at least we got him out of the way pretty quickly. There's like the switch here. You can see that we clicked that caused like, you know, some shit to fall down from the ceiling, which stunned that big monster thing here. Oh man, and we're almost dying. How many heals? Oh, I got plenty of fucking heals. Alright, I don't know quite where the fanfare was about all that, but anyway, the bosses are the same way as the bigger enemies. You have to like flame them to finish them off. Trying to switch back to my shotgun. It really does not like the auto switchback feature sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Like parts of the environment kind of like open up, and they're like, you know, the things like arms kind of reach out and like swipe at us and shit. And then at the same time, you know, there are like these crates that are around that you can get supplies from as you're fighting. Honestly, there's just it flooded me with so many enemies all at once. I kind of just had to make quick work out of them instead of explaining very much. All right, there is another crab-like enemy. Watch out. All right, almost got him. There he goes. And I'm just going to clear this area out of enemies before we continue on. Oh, you know what? This is what I was talking about. Like these little like egg things that just spawn enemies until you pop them. Very fucking annoying. Especially these spider enemies who are fucking squirrely as shit. Hey, kind of interesting that we got that guy to help with that boss fight. Again, I've never had that happen before. Where like they come in and help a little bit with it. Normally it was in that ice hallway where they would like die. So I don't think we get another cutscene. I actually think we just like continue on until we run into the next thing that we're kind of doing here. What to do. Let's go down this hallway first. So we're in a submersible now, which is kind of fucking crazy to me that we went from a like a kind of undergroundish area a little bit all the way down to now we're in like a submarine. And not only that, but like a big ass submarine, a submersible. This room is highly not worth like spending much time in. I think that there are infinite enemy spawns from those vents in there, and they're extremely annoying. What you do want to do... Oh shit, ow. Okay, hold up, I need to switch to the fire extinguisher. Is to blow up both of those like explosives in this room, I was gonna say. I didn't know that the one would trigger the other, but hey, what can you do? Alright, so now I've cleaned this area up. Oh nice, there's a fire extinguisher in here, I guess if you were to need one at this point in the game. And a med kit. I really don't know that there was any point to coming in this room, because I wasted way more supplies in there than I got back, so... Okay, so this area is kind of the hub. You can see we've got like a green circle there, which represents us, and then this area, this is like the fire exploding room. This is where we got the fire extinguisher from. Some of these rooms are locked, some aren't. I'm going to see what this computer has to say. Taking a number of research specimens or running tests on them. The code to the growth chamber is 7291, showing results of up to 400% cell growth. The next stage is to attempt to reanimate cells. Dr. Sean Faraday, Research Director, Gen Inc. So Gen Inc. is kind of like a big... Oh, there goes that guy. Gen Inc. is kind of like a big... They're not like a pharmaceutical company, I don't think, but they're like a bioengineering company, which you ask me, I mean, I know the difference, but I like don't know the difference in terms of like what that means for us. So, all right, so we are opening these kind of just whatever doors here. The growth chamber is now open. And I guess I'll pick up this med kit and save real quick. So we've got one of the bigger, like, thing enemies. I don't know if it makes, like, a beeline straight for us. I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I'll just leave it in the dust for right now. What we're doing is we're trying to re-fire up that first button because we flipped the buttons for doors 2, 3, and 4, and now we have to find out how we're going to open up door 1. These guys are a little bit slower, but they should have more HP, and of course are bigger, so therefore I assume deal more damage. Yeah, I heard another one behind us. Alright, whoa, easy there. There goes another one, another one. Keeping my eye out and around because this is another area where, like, fast moving, lots of enemies around. Oh, some machine gun bullets, I guess, if we were to need them. It's kind of a shame I haven't been, like, de-equipping these enemies as... Whoa, I heard some wet thumping over this way. I think this is where we saw that medic die, actually, if I'm remembering the growth chambers correctly. How many heals we got? Yikes, down to our last heal. Not so good for us. Yeah, I do think I'm going to load my gun because, yep, there he is. I'm going to light him up a couple times with the shotgun. Holy shit, he is eating those things like Cheerios. No problem at all. There he goes. I'll leave him be. He dropped a couple of the smaller crawlers. Nice. Yeah, so what I think, what was I saying? Gen Inc. So they're like a bioengineering kind of company. I wonder if you didn't check the cameras and just came down here, if you would have better luck with him not dying. But I don't know either, because as quickly as he died, I would guess probably not at the same time. Just keeping my eye out. Oh, hey, there's machine gun rounds. Maybe I should swap to the machine gun for a little bit. I guess there's probably more of a submachine gun. Oh, I heard some enemies behind us. Nice. There they go. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the submachine gun for just a little bit. As we're kind of like leaving this area, this guy will, you know, come down to us, light him on fire, give him a good little dose there for a minute, so we make sure that he pretty much is guaranteed to die. He dropped probably a couple more of those little bug things. I hear like hella enemies. I think it's from that room that I told you don't want to mess around in for very long. Okay, so now we're headed down to the prep lab. What do we have equipped? The fire extinguisher, that's good with me. I want to save again because we don't really have much in the way of HP. Yeah, there's just like so... It sounds like so many enemies. So anything that follows us though, I am willing to like light up. I don't have any problem with that. But like just being stuck in that room is not, you're just going to waste ammunition in there. So, all right. And I see some more of these like little, very little crawly guys. And they're still just feeding out of that ventilation shaft. Maybe I'll come down this hallway even a little bit more. So this room had what? A grenade launcher, that's a good weapon, and that looks like one of the blood hypos. Not that we really need that for a little bit, but I can only think of one time in this game where I used an Eve hypo, and it was like outside of the main story. Oh, and they're breaking their way out of here. This feels good for like an old-ass survival horror game. Some good survival horrors out of the PS2 genre were like Extermination was one, which was like, I think the launch title for like PlayStation 2. Like they were like, okay, we got to show what the PlayStation 2 can do. And they were like, okay, how do you guys feel about this game? And they showed off Extermination, which was essentially a mix kind of between this game and Resident Evil. I think their inspiration, in fact, was Resident Evil. Oh, and I'm getting gooped. I hate these enemies that just goo you. Oh, and I forgot, I don't really have much in the way of med kits, do I? And then, of course, like all the Resident Evils, Resident Evil 4 was like probably the best. Probably, I'm trying to think, I guess the Grand Theft Auto games were also really good. Because I'm thinking of like what I personally think is probably the best PS2 game. But Resident Evil 4 was pretty goddamn good too. And I'm just giving, honestly, the San Andreas points just for being like a GTA game. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to heal up. I'm going to take another med kit. Hard to tell. Those feel close to bottomless. Those like big containers of stuff, but I don't know. They're surely not. Like a lot of times I've thought that and then like been caught with my pants down whenever I go back there to get supplies. So, oh, now this is a... good opportunity to earn trust with Price. I'll give him a gun. What do you want? I can't remember how long this guy sticks around for, but he can have some ammunition. Sure, fuck it. Basic pistol and ammunition. And then we'll pick up these grenades. I even forget what these grenades are. They are stun grenades. I couldn't imagine that I'll get much use out of those. And we got the med kits there, I guess, if I were to need them. Not doing well on the submachine gun ammo, all of a sudden, I just realized, maybe I'll swap back over the shotgun for a minute. And I forgot to tell that motherfucker to follow me. Oh, I'm just shaking my head. Just shaking my head. All right, come on, if you don't mind, Price. What else was I kind of... Oh, yeah, we were talking about, like, what I probably presume was the best one. I'm going to say Resident Evil 4, just because that's my personal favorite. But, like, if you look at, like, the aggregate Game Informer things, like, online, I can't remember where all, the ratings and stuff are. They probably say, honestly, that, like, maybe, like, a Final Fantasy or GTA game was probably the best. And I wouldn't, like, fight with them on that. I'm not, like, a big Final Fantasy head, which is kind of a shame, because those games, like... I don't know, they look fun, but they also look long as fuck, and I'm not about, like, sinking a month and a half of my time into beating a game, so whatever. I don't hate them, though, or anything. They look good. It's just, like, I'm kind of at that stage of my life where I'm like, oh, I can't afford to just trade a month and a half of my life to just for one game. All right, test subject B4 has shown subtle resilience to flame weaponry. This leads me to believe that alien entities' DNA can be altered to become resilient to certain forms of flame attacks. The way that I am kind of understanding the story of this, because, like, I don't want to spoiler it yet. How about 2 more cutscenes from now, I'll give you, like, a big sit rep on what I think the story is. But for right now, we're just going to turn all these doors to open. This is really deadly. I think the way that you're meant to go about this is to think very carefully about, like, you know, this here, and then you compare it to the door numbers, and you, like, open them meticulously one at a time, and you, like, get a path going. But me, I just kind of go in guns blazing. Oh, come on, man. I don't need you acting a fool up there when we're getting ready to go in guns blazing. All right. So, first room, there is this guy, but I think... Oh, God, he's tripping the hell out. Maybe I should give him... Oh, he's turning. Oh, boy. I guess you probably could have assumed that from the fact that there's, like, so many, like, test subjects and shit around. And, wow, did I really kill both of them? I'm kind of surprised at that, too. This guy says he's hurt, but he just took damage. That's all that was. Trying to strafe and... what do they get? Like skirt? I can't think of the word for it. Yeah, see, here's like other places where normally enemies would like spawn out of, but you can't pop the pustules. Keeping my eye out and around. There's another enemy. I think one of these guys might also be like slightly resilient to flames if you like... It was supposed to be whatever room had number 3 in it, but I don't... Yeah, see, that's 6, 8... Maybe we're coming up on 3, 6 into 3. That would be this room, right? Yeah. So supposedly this guy is more resilient to flame, but he probably needs to be more resilient to flame if you're going to put that label on him. So I think this is the guy that John Carpenter, I think, voices, if I'm not mistaken. So listen carefully.
Dr. Faraday, I presume.
I don't think we've got time for formal introductions. Can you get us out of here?
Sure, Doc. Follow me. Oh, and keep your ass covered. I'd hate to see you get an unwanted suppository.
Very funny. Oh, hey, and he's a healer. I'll just give him a gun anyway. This is like, we're getting to the point of the game where we're about to get like a full reset on our inventory equipment and stuff. Faraday is the character that, what am I trying to say here? Faraday is like one of those characters, like if he dies, even though he's not an engineer or something like that important, if he dies, you will fail the game, the mission, and you'll have to reset. I want to just pull everybody into here because it's hard to tell how many of those things will just keep spawning in there. Kind of surprised to see that this engineer made it this far along with us. Like, normally I think he just kind of transforms and shit. Also, in any area where, like, I'm not super sure of, like, guys, like whether or not they're like human or aliens or whatever. I just kind of default in my brain to thinking that they're all like the Thing. So whatever. Moving along. Oh, nice. Price just got healed by Faraday. I kind of like Faraday a little bit. He's cool. He's a good guy. He's like some kind of an employee for this Gen Inc. I don't know. It's so weird because like Resident Evil does it good. Like if they're gonna introduce like a new kind of like let's do like a blood test kit. I want to do like a blood test kit on this guy. Hey, turn around here. We're gonna do a select. Right? I'm selecting it. There we go. Blood test kit. We'll just test you and make sure you're good. Huh. Wow. Interesting. Not that I thought he would turn, like, I didn't have any reason to think that he was a monster, but, no, Resident Evil will, like, give you some kind of pretext that, like, you know, this is, like, something you need to pay attention to and why and who they are. But, like, in the Thing, anyway, they're just like, oh, here's Gen Inc. Don't you remember them? And you're like, no. And they're like, oh, that's right, they're new. They're a bioengineering company. Oh, this room fucking sucks. It's not, like, the end of the world, but there are, like, all of these, like bloody tentacles on the walls here that we have to like shoot off. I know it kind of probably doesn't look like I'm hitting them. Also, like, this area is becoming warped, which is great. Like, oh man, in a submarine, no chance. I'd get the fuck out of that thing.
What the hell?
Stand down, soldier. Good to see you, Doctor.
We need to talk.
All in good time. But first, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask for your weapons.
I'm not doing anything until I get some goddamn answers.
You're out of your league here, Blake.
So I guess this isn't my Medal of Honor ceremony, is it?
A little premature. Right now, we need to have you both tested.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm not infected. My men are dying out there. I've seen firsthand what this infection is capable of.
Oh, you have no idea what it can do.
You son of a bitch!
I thought you were smarter than that.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
It's just a tranquilizer, Faraday.
Do you have any idea what's going on out there?
I have a perfect idea.
Jesus, you've done it, haven't you?
There's so much I have to show you. I think you'll be impressed with the results. Pick up Sleeping Beauty and help escort the good doctor. He's had a long day.
Security status Amber in sectors 1 to 5. Non-Gen Inc. personnel are required to leave the installation immediately.
What do you think you're doing, Faraday?
The infection has spread across the base. All of the organisms have to be destroyed. If it reaches the mainland, there's no stopping it.
Quite the contrary. I'm living proof that the infection can be controlled.
No, that's not possible.
The results can't be ignored, Doctor. I will be remembered as the first successful test subject.
No, not if I can help it.
I don't need your help.
Test subject termination sequence aborted. Security status green. Re-established in all sectors.
Well, Rip Faraday, this is easily my favorite mission out of all of them. So it usually does take me a minute to kind of get my feet wet. So the first thing we want to do is turn the Medibay power back on. So we're like in a lab that is like, you know, has all these creatures and stuff. I guess we have like a character here. I don't know so much what's so important about the window. I don't think you actually do anything with the window there for now. This has enemies in it. I don't think this does anything for us for a little bit, so we don't want to mess with it. Let's open fire up the computer. So this is something from Dr. Sean Faraday, the guy who just died. Initial bioprofile of the test subject Whitley suggests a high risk of cellular rejection if implanted with the cloud virus, which is what they're calling this thing. This is by no means conclusive, but leads me to believe that Whitley may not be suitable due to illness and company status. I think that the cloud virus was that version that was basically like resistant to like fire or whatever that we read before. So we have a camera in this hallway. We can kind of get an idea what the problem is. So we have this hallway where one of these giant thing monsters is patrolling it. And as it comes down this way, this will lead us to this door that we could open if we wanted to die. But no, what we're going to do instead, wow, it's so eerie that he even like comes down and looks at you. So we're going to open it up once he's kind of like rounding the corner there. And then we want to work on this sterilization area power and then hop inside and shut the door behind us so that, you know, while we're kind of working on stuff in here, he doesn't bother us. Now, I don't think we have any ammunition for this guy just yet. What do we got on the CCTV? Just that guy again. I don't know what this does. I think that turns on a fucking, like one of the auto turrets, but I don't know. I might just turn it back off because I'm worried about, you know, that killing us. So I'm going to have this guy follow us, right? Group follow. Oh, no, he doesn't trust us. Shit. So we're going to have to get ammunition for him. Wait, he doesn't? No, he trusts us. What the fuck do you mean you don't trust us? You've got your bar is like high enough. I guess not. Whatever. So I'm going to open this back up. Oh, you know what? There's a guy with ammunition here. Cool. Then we're going to dip back in here. Aha. I got the idea here. So we will give him ammunition. Maybe you will get us out of this, he says. Yeah, maybe I will. All right, so he's coming along. He's a medic, so he's healing us. I'm going to let this guy do another loop down here. This mission is just so goddamn fun. It's like a puzzle of everything that you've kind of learned so far in this game, and I hate puzzles, like normally. Like, it's not a super puzzle or nothing, but... Now, do not fire on that fucking thing. I heard him get all fired up there for a minute. All right, now get into this room. Please get into this room. This room in here, actually. And then we'll shut the door to keep those two from going at each other, because our guy will lose. All right, then we'll open this so that this guy can, you know, clear this area out of enemies. I'm going to turn the power back on in this cryo area. And what does this say? J.F. Blake, who I believe is us, has been under observation for a few hours now. His combat training, he's considered an extreme or high risk. So the security gates have been set to recognize his DNA. The gates will sound the alarm if he passes through and activate auto turrets, except for the ones that are in the armory, because that area is glitched right now, supposedly. So, can you heal this guy? Hey, nice. Yeah, this area also, I always remember thinking it looked so fucking cool. So, we're going to recruit Dixon, have him follow us. And I thought there was a save in here. Now, I want to get these guys in this room because I think that's an infinitely spawning, like, of the little critters in that room. And I was hoping that there would be a save, but that's okay. So that guy is looping back the other way. We're getting ready to go to a security room over here. All right, oh no, I just saw foul check shoot. Son of a bitch. No, not right now. Oh, that's because he's awake. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know how best to kind of handle this. Okay, maybe get that guy in here and trap him in here because I don't think he has any. Wow. Huh. Well, we got extremely lucky. I don't think we have a reason to go back in that room was all I was saying. Okay, how are my guys doing on HP? Ooh, our medic's kind of hurt. So normally this would fuck us up, but because that door is glitched or whatever, it won't. Oh man, I'm just so worried about our guys behind us right now. I'm going to get everybody kitted out. Just give me 2 seconds here. Let me get my machine gun locked and loaded for Bear. Alright, so we're going to fill up on machine gun. I think I want to give the engineer, I think I'm going to give him a pistol. What do I want to give to squad member? pistol, just because I'm worried about the ammo disparity between all of us, because I'm going to use the machine gun. Oh, he doesn't trust us now all of a sudden. That's okay. I must have maybe hurt him or something. Okay, so I gave him just like a whole shit ton of ammunition. And it does still look like we're doing fine on ammunition, so I'm going to give him a little bit more. All right. And maybe the idea behind even equipping a med kit, can I like use it on him? Did that work is the question. Oh yeah, it did heal him. Cool, cool, cool. So we're going to load up for bear on machine gun, pistol, flame rounds, and move along. That guy is now stuck in there. I used to play this mission like a ton as a kid, and I did like every permutation. I did like where you spawn in the super soldiers and they come in and they fight against all these guys. I did fucking everything in this mission. I loved this mission so much as a kid. I can hear things at night that freak me out. There's a panel at the back of my cell, which might lead to an air vent. If only I could break it down. There's little hope for that, though. Okay, so this was like a prisoner. And he has a panel in the back of his cell that could maybe get us out of there. Now, where... Oh, you know what? This guy stopped trusting us. I wonder if that means, yeah, he probably stopped following us. Whatever. So that's an auto turret up there, and I bet that's what I turned on earlier accidentally. Easy now. I hear enemies around. Nice. Okay. So this room is like closed off and we can't do anything there. We'll go into this room and save. That's a big thing I want to do while I'm in here because this area is about to get pretty dicey. Let's see what this thing has to say. All security gates are set to recognize Blake, but there's a malfunctioning gate in the armory sector. Yeah, we're kind of already caught up on that, but that's okay. There are these CCTVs that we can use with guns on them. I think those are pretty few and far in between. You can use this one to like, I don't know. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is for this room. That guy's, I think, just kind of like locked. I think we can let him out, actually. He's like a fine guy. We'll just hit the button on this thing. Yo, what's up? He doesn't trust us, so I'm probably going to have to give him a gun. Fuck it. We'll give him the machine gun. There we go. And then I'll go back and get us all some ammunition because we've got a little bit more fighting to do. Man, I'm so glad that we trapped that guy in there. I guess I could probably finish him off. I got like I did get a flamethrower. I guess if I need to. I don't really see, maybe I shouldn't waste the HP or put our guys in danger like that if I don't have to. So now we can recruit this guy. Cool. And we can't really do a ton in this room just yet. Gain access to armory. Yeah, we can't do...
I might be able to deactivate the security gate with the correct switch sequence.
Okay, the security gate has your DNA on file. You won't be able to cross. However, anyone other than you is able to pass through. So, as best as I'm able to tell, I've never been able to do this puzzle correctly. I just either have brute forced it or known the answer. So I think what we're doing here, let me open up... Yeah, rescue captured prisoner in cell 6. Use security camera to locate cell 6. So you get that mission all of a sudden. I don't know. This game is kind of weird sometimes. So this is cell... I thought these had fucking numbers on them, don't they? No, that's... Oh, cell 6, I guess. And then send squad mate to free prisoner. So I'm going to let's send the military guy cell 6 access. And then he should be able to go through there. And whenever he does, we'll cover him with this... machine gun. So keeping my eye out. I think, yeah, I hear him walking on the camera. Even he should be to our left. All right, so he's coming in, and then he's gonna go straight up to cell 6. I'm very surprised he was able to tell which one was cell 6. Covering his back with the CCTV. All right, looks like they're both running back towards us. Yeah, I've never been able to do this very well, but it looks like it's going okay. It sounds like something is going on behind us, but hold up. Oh no. Oh boy. I don't know what happened here. Well, that was a complete fucking failure. Alright, well, they're both running out of there. Hopefully they make just like a straight up beeline towards us. I'll go and try and meet them about halfway so we can at least help them out a little bit. Whoa, easy. Do I have all my guys with me? Yep, I sure do. I sent the medic this time. I don't know, I just felt better about him.
I need the sequence for the security gate. Do you know it?
Yeah. The sequence is, on, off, on.
So pretty non-complicated password here. On, off, on. Cool. And the medic is going to heal all our guys. I should probably give this guy a gun too. Fisk. What do we want to give him? I'll give him a pistol, I guess. Load him for bear with bullets. And I'm not going to worry too much about going back and saving just right this second. I'm just looking around, seeing what I'm going to do here. I knew probably that we're going to end up with like a bunch of enemies. Oh shit, somebody's transformed. I think this might have been the soldier guy from earlier. Oh hey, thanks for the heal, buddy. Well, that ended up a lot less bad than it could have been, I guess. Let's see what the two terminals say. Oh, we're being jumped by enemies again. From Sean Faraday, I'm getting increasingly worried about the mental state of Whitley. I believe that he injected himself with a cloud virus, even after I personally refused him. I currently have him under observation. His behavior is becoming unpredictable. I'm not sure whom to trust on this, and may have to issue a request for termination. The experiments on Blake have proved inconclusive, but there seems to be a trace of an cellular anomaly that could be related to the cloud virus. I'll need to do further tests as the subject has had an unusual amount of exposure to the virus. So basically it kind of seems like we're immune, and Blake has like, well, he can't like, I don't know if we're supposed to recognize many of these guys, but what does this do? I don't know what this is going to do. Okay, that turned something on. Oh, I thought it turned on like fucking auto cameras or something. Oh yeah, and I don't have this guy following us. Could you... Oh yeah, this is Fisk. Come on, buddy. Foul check, Fisk, and Dixon. So we're looking for Whitley, obviously, but he's going to be like far from here. He's like a commander over these guys, I guess. We could open this thing up, I guess, and we like kind of come in here and like go to recruit this guy. I'm pretty certain that this is like one of these monsters. We'll light him up. That is obviously a monster and nothing. And I'm just so worried about that red light and shit behind me that it's going to be like a monster or something, or not a monster, but like a turret ready for bear to burn us. All right, so this is the cell that guy wrote that note about, the fact that there's a like a vent leading out of a cell out to wherever. This leads to an area. Obviously, we're not being followed by our men because you know of their propensity to not get into vents. We've got a couple grenades here. I wouldn't rely too heavily on them. Oh, I'll just drop a couple of them. See how they go down there. I could not fucking believe how well that seemed to have worked. It seemed to have at least killed one and like maimed the shit out of the other one. Ladders don't work very well in this game. So, you know, we're not going to be able to, like, go down it. Or I guess that ladder wouldn't have worked at all, even in real life, huh? All right, looking around. Nothing this way. I'm just kind of getting a full sweep of the area before we work too hard on anything. So we need an engineer. Can I... No, that computer's broken. Is this like a... Oh, we can open this, actually. Cool, so we do need an engineer. Couple of spider enemies. I thought that our... companions might route to us, and for better or worse, they haven't. Well, not perfectly, anyway. All right, can I send this guy to computer power, and then there's the other cells? Okay, yeah, go to fix that computer power. We're right behind you. What else was I going to say? I might save and then activate kind of the invincible Marines I was talking about. We'll see. This level features, like, if you fuck up the puzzle at any point... Oh, excuse me. These Marines will come in and, like, try to kill you and stuff. They're super powerful. They're, like, supposedly immortal and stuff. There used to be a way that you could kill them, though. Okay, request access code to the elevator. The code's 2710. So I'm going to save and then fuck up that puzzle and see if we can't fight those guys. Let me save... And then, we're just going to do this for fun. This isn't, you know what? This place sucks. Hey, I agree with you, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and fuck up this puzzle. Let's say, like, I flip that switch, and then we'll have these super soldier guys come in. They have, like, so much HP. Oh, and they just hit me with a grenade launcher. That's okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to try is supposedly, if you have a, like a stun gun or whatever, because stun guns cause enemies to drop weapons. If you have a stun gun, which I'm not too used to using, it will cause them to drop their guns, and then something about that will like cause them to kind of freak out and die. So we're going to try that next. Okay, so I'm coming back over here. I'm stun gunning him. I'm just, yep, okay. Well, we're not going to mess with that anymore. You know what those guys are all about. But yeah, I used to be obsessed with this. I would bring like the Thing monster in there and make them fight each other, because I think you can shut that door behind you, if I'm not mistaken. So we're not going to mess with spawning them anymore. I already tried a couple different things, and like, I don't know, I'm sure you probably can kill them, but yeah, I think you can like shut this door. Yeah, I would like shut this and then watch them just fight each other, and neither of them can die. So that was always so cool. You know, the Thing monster like couldn't kill them because they were coded to be immortal, and they couldn't kill it because they didn't have like a flamethrower. Hey, I got all three guys here right now. Yes, group follow me, please. All right. I think this opens up with like some of our army boys.
Target acquired. Get that access door open. Shoot to kill.
This is another funny situation where, like, you know, they open the door to kill you, but it opens your progress to the next area. So, it seems as though they hit an alarm, and what alarms do for these guys is just spawn more of them, like in a one-time. Like, there are several alarms in this game, and like, alarms don't infinitely spawn these guys, but alarms will one-time spawn a group of enemies. Like, there's an alarm on that wall there. Looks like we stopped them just in the nick of time. So I wanted to clear those guys out, even though progress is the back that way where I'm running away from. I do want to show off like every part of this level. If you need more supplies, which it wouldn't hurt us just to have supplies in general, you can come over to this side of things. Let me see what we have equipped here, and let me see who we have with us. Oh boy, I don't know where the other guys got off to, but just watch your keister. At least we kept the medic, who's good for our health in more ways than one. Okay, so there they are. They're all here. Do they all have... they all have ammunition. They all have plenty of ammunition. I don't remember if there's, like, too much to this. I know that you can, like... Hold up, I'm gonna get healed. There we go. I'm gonna just pop these enemies here, and then we can shoot them a little bit with the sniper CCTV. I'm just gonna open them up. I don't know if if there's any reason to do that. I'm just gonna not waste my own bullets and stuff. How are we doing on med kits? Okay, we got room for one more if we would need it, and I'm going to have our engineer open this door. Where do we got? Open the door. And I'm looking in there. It just kind of looks like a couple weapons, some ammunition. So again, just this side of things is if you just kind of need supplies. It also gives you like an idea of like they're kind of boxing up these Thing monsters. Wow, that was a big crate full of grenades. I could fill the machine gun guy up while we're here. Give him all the ammunition he can hold. There we go. Do I have pistol ammunition to give these guys? I doubt highly. We had a couple bullets. All right, let's get to scooting, boys. So we have got 3 guys with us, and these guys have kind of stayed with us for a minute. And again, these guys were all kind of located in an area, I would say, was very heavily Thing presenced. So it's kind of interesting that they're not infected. A friend of mine asked me while he was watching me play this, he was like, I don't understand why, if they're infected, like why they don't just jump you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and we've got like a room full of things, but of course it's like locked or whatever, so we can't go in there. But he was like, so like right here, for example, let's say that 2 out of 3 of those guys were infected. Why wouldn't they just jump you here? And my thought is like, you know, quite clearly we're all trying to get out of here and back to the mainland and home, presumably. So maybe it's kind of in their best interest to, whoa, nice. I knew this floor caught on fire, but maybe it's in kind of their best interest to like help us until they see a time that they're like, oh, I can for sure kill you or whatever. It's not worth thinking that hard in terms of the story. For us anyway, it's more like, you know, you just go until they attack you. So there's no rhyme or reason to it, it ever feels like. But if you're looking for a reason, you could probably manufacture a reason. Now, oh, there comes a big one. I heard growling around the corner. All right, we'll light them on fire, and then we'll switch over to the machine gun to clean up the little spider monsters he has left on him. Man, I love this movie so much. The game doesn't quite encapsulate the feeling because the game is like more action-y, of course, but damn, did that movie ever feel so good. I I don't know, there's something just kind of... Let me shut this door. There we go. And then we'll just deal with who is around. I've got kind of... I had some weird backing up there where I wasn't able to quite see those guys very well. And we got a much more friendly door opening. I got hit by somebody. Yeah, I was about to say, I know that he's down there. I felt him on my toes. All right. So these guys are just kind of chilling. We have to be able to activate those switches. Let's go ahead and save, refill up on machine gun bullets. And we have to be able to activate the switches, but we have to turn them on. I believe they take like pressure and fuel is like two things we got to turn on. Oh, hey, this is just like an area we can loot for whatever, like a med kit. Looks like a big room full of bodies though, so I don't want to stick around in there for too long. So we've got our guys in here, and then we've got the thing monsters in here. And a couple locked doors with like numbers over them and stuff. So this way is where we need to go to activate like the pressure and the fuel. Wow, I'm not doing great on HP. Maybe I should swap to the shotgun for a little bit. Get a little bit more precision going here. At least for these small little munchkin type enemies. Okay, so we'll do this room first. This room should be way shorter. Oh my dear Lord above. Well, we cleared that place out. I just barely survived it though. Alright, let me get this place all kind of doused. Now, I don't know if you have to do this. This always kind of concerned me because this is the fuel room. I never activate the fuel supply controls until I have this area completely unfired up. I've never been willing to turn the fuel back on in this room until it doesn't have fire in it. So, all right, let's switch to the torch, and we'll go to the machine gun again for a little bit. This is another room where there are, of course, like explosives. I should be able to hit it from far enough. I see like a bigger monster, it seems like, or maybe it was like a bunch of small guys jumping at us all at once. Alright, clean that out. I'm just kind of, you know, what do they call that? They have a term for it in like SWAT, Spec Ops stuff where you're like clearing out a room by like being aware of like where everything is kind of around it. So I thought that the monsters kind of jumped down at us from the upper area, but maybe they already did whenever I exploded things. Regardless, so there are switches, I think, that have to be activated up here. If not, there are supplies, and I'm willing to come up here for either reason. Yeah, I think if you don't explode those barrels, the enemies are up there, and then you can pick them off from up here, and they won't, like, jump down or anything. So you can pretty much easily get, like, kills on enemies that are gonna fight you in the future from up there. But we have the switches activated now. And let's look at the door numbers. So we have door number 1, door number 2 is that door. Then we have door number 3 and door number 4. So I believe what we want to do is activate door number 1, which we'll just flip the switch on that. It turns on the like flame valves in this room, which kill all those things, or those two thing monsters. And as soon as they are dead, I am willing to open up the other 3 doors. So we'll open up 2, which is that door with our companions, 3, which is the airlock for that door, 4, which is to continue on. I'll get the fire extinguisher going so that we can put out the fire for this room. And whoop, I didn't want you guys to actually stay here. You guys would not believe what I've been doing. I'm trying to think. That one guy is like very clearly a from another game. I just can't put my finger on which game that is. Oh, Lee Everett. That's who I'm thinking of. That Dixon is obviously voiced by Lee Everett. Now, speaking of... Oh, there's that guy. Dixon, right? Yeah, Dixon's obviously voiced by Lee Everett. I think we can hit this. No, that's already been hit. That's what turned on the machine gun thing above us. So I'm going to have an engineer work on this. Oh, and Dixon's getting all kinds of squirrely. Just go work on that. Forget the fact that there are dead bodies everywhere. This is my thing. You know, like all these guys like oftentimes like freak out because of fear or whatever, but it's like, did you not just see what we've been doing this whole time? Like this is the lesser of so many evils. We'll throw 1 grenade in there. Let me hope that guy gets back far enough. And he died. No. Alright, I got a different strategy this time. He's going to open this, and I'm going to just open up the fucking with the shotgun. First motherfucker I see. Alright, nice. that worked significantly better, even though, I don't know, it shouldn't have not, but it did work. I'm not used to those strategies working. Usually anything where the strategy is go gung-ho, it does not work out that well for me. Also, surprised to see I still have 3 guys alive at this point. Oh, nice, and we're still escaping. Okay, so this room about half sucks. You can lose a guy kind of easily in here if you're not careful, because the... Oh, easy. I didn't... Why would it switch to the taser? You can, like, accidentally light your guys on fire, which is a little bit annoying, I guess. I just wanted to make sure that I had all my guys here and they were all still kind of safe. There is absolutely no reason, by my estimation, to open these furnace, like, vents. You get access to these furnace controls, which are good because, you know, you need to be able to open this door coming up. But why you would ever want to open these access panels, completely beyond me. I'm just thinking here, we need about medium range, because this is going to be a little bit deadly. There are soldier men on either side of this room that are like, you have to take care of. And then also there are like soldier guys below you that you'll have to take care of. I'm just going to take care of the left and the right ones first, because they have angles on us, sort of, that make it kind of deadly for us, like, you know, for our teammates and stuff. We're going to clear out this last one, and then whoever's left alive down here. It looks like there is one guy left. Cool, he's been lit up. Now, this room I was talking about is probably the first and the only room that you'll, like, need... He, like, tells you to get away from him because he doesn't trust you. You can see Lavelle, like, kind of hates you a little bit. So we're going to take the blood test kit, use it on myself, and up his trust in me. And we'll show him that, like, we're uninfected. He's like, you must be infected. No. And we get a big burst from him in terms of trust that it was Lavelle. We can give him a gun. Is it? Oh, cool. I do actually have an extra machine gun. I was worried at this point that I didn't have an extra one, but all right, I'm going to load up for Bear on the machine gun bullets near him. Oh, there's also a blood test there. I guess if you don't have one kind of at this point in the game, you can grab that one. Yeah, he was like acting crazy. In the first playthrough I did with him, like he ran over and basically stole whatever gun I had equipped at the time and then lit me up with it. And I was like, the AI can do that? What the fuck? That's some bullshit. The lighting here is like so much better than in the original. Man, that is so nice. We'll have Dixon repair that door while I go kind of loot some ammo nearby. Looks like we're maxed out on ammo. That's good. All right, let's get this office door open. I think for some reason there's also a cutscene in here.
You're in bad shape, soldier. What happened?
Whitley. He tried to gun me down, but he didn't quite finish the job.
Well, shit, we got about a half a problem here. I think that I'm maxed out on guys. Oh yeah, here's a CCTV. I think if I interact with this computer, here we go. We got, this is 2 Faraday from Gen Inc. Weapons Testing Armory. Can you please check the results of our second test to see if they are in line with your specs? The Thing molecule degradation is 100%. Altered strain degradation is 98%. Energy waste 1.2, residual matter 0.4. If this is not what you're expecting, please update your design. So it seems to me like they're testing this altered version of the thing that's becoming more immune to fire. That's as best as I can kind of understand. That's like what they're testing is like making, you know, guys like immune to fire. So I think we should have soldiers out here. Yep, I see them coming up the stairs. It's so dark in this room that you can just like ever so barely see it. This is about like half and half worth doing because it is only like 2 soldiers. I can like just ever so barely see that guy moving there. And he should be close to dead. I think he is dead. Yeah, now we should have 5 guys following us. That's fucking crazy. I didn't even know that you could get more people than were on your, like, little reticule, your wheel or whatever. Alright, is this an area where, yep, there's going to be a couple enemies in here. That's okay. I'm a little bit actually concerned having this many guys following us because it's going to be very easy for me to, like, throw a grenade or, like, you know... I'm trying to think of like another way we could all die. Like set one little thing on fire and then all of a sudden they're all on fire. Oh well, on the bright side, we do have a save room here. This is like the goon crew here a little bit. Holy shit, this is like so many guys. Let's get this door open. We'll get a save going in here. I'm going to load up for bear on all these different supplies. I don't think I need to outfit these guys with like any more ammunition or like guns or anything. I think they're all doing fine. This is a kind of, I don't know. It's so weird how this game works sometimes. So here's another furnace. You can like open that up. And this furnace, I believe you can actually put out for some reason. Yeah, but there's like no supplies in here. There's no reason to do that besides just to spawn those enemies. I also think, yeah, in this corner of the room, this was in the original too. There's like a coldness meter thing here. So fucking odd. This game is so weird. Alright, you guys get out of there because I want to close that up, please. Whatever, you guys can stay there. I do want these guys to be sort of out of my way though. Alright, what are you fellas doing? So, I kind of like to do this in a sort of specific fashion. Oh no, what's this even do? I have no idea what the fuck that just did. Huh, I guess I'll just turn it off. Or it gases that room. Oh. Okay, well, I don't want this side open. Okay, I get the idea there. So I've kind of wasted that. There comes those soldier boys. And then maybe I'll try to activate the gas again. Hey, cool, it did work. We were able to gas one of them, and maybe I'll try to hit the other one too, now that he's kind of close. Nice. So we got two of them, and then we can now open this door. I wonder, hopefully these guys aren't glitched. Hopefully they'll all follow us still. I'm not really worried about, yeah, like that guy is completely lit open. I'm going to split your shit open. What's that guy doing? Oh, he looked a little bit odd from my angle. So now as we kind of walk through here, I'm not too worried about these vents where surely enemies are going to pop out of, because like, you know, we're probably going to light them up with bullets or whatever. If I happen to get jumped. Ooh, I guess I'll heal myself up and then take the med kit. I have like so many guys around. I am kind of losing track of things a little bit. I do think one guy got left behind, but as lame as it kind of sounds, I'm a little bit all right with that. It's a little bit hard to juggle more people than are actually on my fucking reticule, so whatever. I think it was one of the engineers that we lost, so over here, you can see this is like, it's kind of weird that there's a highway up here, don't you think? I guess, you know, to be fair, there's also like a submersible and shit down here, so maybe you shouldn't be that surprised, but alright, over that way we have more soldier boys and a monster of some kind. I'm gonna crank back this grenade, and I'm going to just pepper that upcoming area with grenades. There we go. I find that this is the best way to deal with it so you don't get jumped. It's completely up to you, though. Like, this area isn't that deep. You could probably run and gun these guys, too. I just don't want to get kind of jumped by anybody. CCTV with a gun. We blow up that side of the upcoming blockade. I do want to, you know, obviously kill this thing monster right here. There we go. He is dead. Oh, or dying, rather. We'll continue lighting them up. I don't know what the point is there. Like, they don't fight each other or anything, and there's not, like, I don't think, like, a bunch of supplies there or anything, so whatever the point of that was. Oh my good God. There's, like, so many. Oh, and I accidentally lit that guy on fire, I think. Whatever. Alright, lighting these guys up. Holy shit. How many guys we got left? 3. Alright, we got 1 soldier, 1 engineer, we got 1 medic. So we got like the full, you know, whatever they call it, like where you have 1 of each. Oh, hey, Temple doesn't have a gun. How long has Temple not had a gun? Here you go, buddy. You can have a bunch of ammunition. I'm going to just load up on some more. How we all doing? These guys got like pistol, machine gun. I'm not too worried about. They're all okay. Whew. Might rock with the shotgun for the next little bit. Bulkhead power. All right, Laval. I'm going to put him there. And yeah, alright, so he'll open this bulkhead. I'm also worried about like these little lips here because like the little step ups, because those you can get hung up on as well. So as we come in, yeah, we should get jumped by some of the little crab monsters. They remind me obviously of the head crabs from Half-Life. And then we have this guy up here who auto transforms whenever you come into this room. I don't know if he thought maybe like, 4 dudes wound for fucking sound or whatever was not in his best interest, but he was kind of right. He would have probably had a better chance if he just, like, jumped us later on, but whatever. So warehouse door lock, we'll just go ahead and fix that junction panel. Got a bunch of these guys coming. I'm not really too worried about them. I am going to just save just to save. There we go. And now I'll retake the front line so that none of my guys get hit here. Light this thing on fire. Fire it up. I'm just going to reload my gun while it burns to death. We have got our second boss fight coming up here. This one is not... I think it's the only boss that I actually died on, but still, having said that, it's not too hard. Also, one of our guys got down for some reason. There you go. There's a med kit for you, buddy. Maybe we should all get healed up before we go to the next area. Okay, so he's healing me up, and then he'll heal somebody else up. The only thing about this is you're not going to have to worry about, like... Oh, you know what? I can actually show you where there's some secret supplies. So you take a grenade and you reel back and you throw it back there. And I discovered this on my first playthrough. You go through and there's like supplies back here. Grenade launcher, some like incendiary grenades, a med kit. I'm going to go ahead and just save one more time. Not because I'm too worried about this upcoming boss fight, but I don't know. I'd just rather be, again, wound for sound before we go too crazy on this, boss. Like, I want all my guns ready. I want everything ready to go. I might rock with the grenade launcher a little bit. It's just kind of deadly, and the boss fights are always so, like, not claustrophobic, but they are, like, very close quarters. So, another boss. We don't have any of our allies for this one, which is good because these guys would probably die pretty easily. So, the winch power. I believe we can hit this switch, which is considered the winch, and yeah, that is hurting. I'm trying to get back far enough where that's not hurting us, but it is hurting him. Okay, well, this is, at least hurting him a little bit. And is by extension not hurting us. I don't know. This is okay for the boss fight. It's kind of lame a little bit, but who cares? Alright, I'm going to switch to some flame grenades, get those tossed up on them, light them up with some of our flamethrower too, because once you get them down so low, the only damage that you can deal is with flame. So, alright. I also do like, I don't think the original game had life bars on these guys, so you just had to go until, well, I guess they just couldn't go no more. So, alright, so we are, oh, I'm still taking damage. Oh boy. Alright. Nice, the flames went out there, and I'm going to back us up here. I want to switch to a normal gun, like a submachine gun, and I'm going to save again because we've got like some final sort of things happening here, where we're going to have like some penultimate, well, for this area anyway, things happening. All right, let me switch to the torch so that we're able to see, and just kind of keep looking around a little bit. There's some weapons and stuff I guess we could loot up while we're down here. Nothing over this way. Alright, so now we can flip this switch, which opens up the elevator.
Christ, the whole place is gonna blow.
Okay, so now we gotta make it back to the elevator before it explodes. Thankfully, there's not any enemies or anything. There's there's no enemies. The only way that I could see you, like, having much trouble here, damn, there's our medic guy who died, is if you, like, just don't have any idea, like, you can't remember at all where the fucking elevator was. He said, area looks secure. We still had plenty of time left. Having said that, this is hilarious to me. Oh shit, did that guy survive? No. That guy isn't supposed to be that close to you in that cutscene. The idea is they're all supposed to die. Yeah, they all get auto-killed. Okay. So even though it looked like that medic was alive, because we were hurt, he walked into the elevator to heal us instead of dying to the explosion like he was supposed to. So, we're at the warehouse now. This is where we're going to encounter a lot more of the, like, army guys, and this is where we can actually see like sort of some interaction between the army guys and the I don't know if I should call them that, because they're more like Spec Ops guys. I actually think we're closer to Army than they are, but they're like, you know, Spec Ops dude. This is really similar to Dead Rising 3, which I just kind of played, which is like where they've got like these paramilitary groups that like they hire for security or whatever, and then like, you know, they have the proper military that's here. All right, just keeping my eyes out and around again, just checking every room as I kind of come into it. This is another area where, you know, you can, they have like the alarms that can get sounded for like additional enemies to appear. You can generally tell where the enemies will appear out of. They're like the little elevator looking deals around. Wow, what else was I going to say? I don't think I had too much to say there, actually. It is kind of unfortunate that we lost our guys, but oh shit, that one guy must have had a shotgun or a sniper rifle or something. Thankfully we weren't too close. No, they must have both had submachine guns. So I think we can pop, no, we can't pop these open. These are like hella cryogenically frozen. Just going to kind of look around, maybe hack into some of these computers. I don't even think it's hacking. Demolition staff announcement. For excavation purposes, we have some C4s in the armory below. Please obtain a pass to use them. Any person found carrying explosives without the correct paperwork will be detained. You know, for like a paramilitary group, I'm very surprised that that is the worst thing that they're threatening their guys with, is detained. Although I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like, you know, the paperwork says detained, but, you know, who knows what could happen. I thought about de-equipping those guys under the that were under the, back down in the underground area where we were while I was down there. I'm gonna pop open that so that oh, and now they just hit the alarm, which will open the door for more of these flamethrower guys to come in. These guys are extremely fucking deadly. The guys with flamethrowers, they just deal so much damage to you. But these guys were able to kill one another, which is nice. Alright, take that thing out. I know it's like getting kind of flashy and I haven't really had too much constructive to say. But I did say like this is a pretty cool interaction finally between the... there wasn't very many medkits in there. A pretty cool interaction finally between the monsters and like this Spec Ops group. So that's kind of nice. It is dark and this is like a very odd warehouse. Alright, keeping my guns all loaded up. Oh, and like I sort of figured, there's some monsters in this vent. No supplies in there for me, though, so that's unfortunate. Man, we're just chewing through these guys. Blake is a damn super soldier. Oh, I guess we could talk a little bit about, like, the story, you know, what's even happening here. So Whitley seems to have, like, injected himself with something, and then at the same time, they're doing, like, research into, oh boy, there's a guy in here being shot at. Hey, get away from him. Whoa, and I accidentally shot him a little bit. I like this guy a little bit.
You from that bogus research team Whitley sent in?
Yeah. And your ass says thanks for being saved.
Sorry. Thanks for the rescue. Those troopers are everywhere. You the reason they're here?
Maybe. But they're taking that cargo awfully seriously.
Who's the cargo for?
I don't know, but it sure ain't the Red Cross. If Whitley's behind this, that cargo's gotta be destroyed.
Was Whitley the guy who's on the comms with us at the very beginning? Because if he was, it's kind of a fuck up on his part. Alright, let's get this guy loaded up. We'll give him the machine gun. I'll rock with the shotgun for a little bit. Now, I like this guy because he reminds me of a guy who works at my local Walmart. I don't know. And that's such like a dumb fucking... And that's not like wholly why I fucking like this dude. But whenever I saw him, I was like, is that fucking Michael? He just looks like a younger version of the local Michael at my Walmart. Alright, I'm going to have Pal go over and repair the save terminal 1. This should have some enemies in it. I just don't even want him to fuck with these enemies while I have him working on that door. Is that really all to the enemies in this cold storage area? I guess so, huh? Anyway, we'll get some machine gun rounds. I don't think... Yeah, he's fine on machine gun rounds. I don't have to fill him up. I forget what kind of we're even like, I feel like I'm getting a little bit, not lost in the plot here. Oh, yeah, we were talking about Whitley there, and he, like, has infected himself. Blake seems to have, like, some kind of an immunity to the infection, which is, I guess, nice. It's always, I don't know, there's always something odd about, like, oh, suddenly, you know, your guy is immune. That's the way that I felt about, well, also, to be fair, Left 4 Dead did it kind of cool, because everybody who's immune to it can also spread the disease, so that was cool in Left 4 Dead. But, I don't know, it's just plot armor for this game, which, to be fair, was kind of the best that they had going for them in the old days as far as, like, zombie tropes and stuff, just like, wow, suddenly you're immune to the infection. Oh, we got some supplies down here. I was like, why did I even come back in this shitty corner? But there's other enemies down here. Wow, sorry, after talking about all that, I'm just kind of in my own head here a little bit. I guess I could have this guy give us security access. Yeah, go ahead and open that up. It sounds like I think that's what the bombs sound like on the other side of this wall. Like there's like the trip motion sensor bombs or whatever. I also think, yeah, there's enemies going to come around this corner. Is that really all to the enemies though? They really hyped that up a little bit there. Now, I thought there was another enemy nearby. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's all the way over there. I don't think I can hit him with... let's see. Oh, no, a little bit short. So these guys look like flamethrower dudes. Flamethrower guys, like, are very deadly because they're so fucking quiet as they kind of move around. All right, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave that be for right now. Move our way back around and do what we were supposed to do over here instead of fiddle farting around. Okay, machine gun, we'll get some ammunition for it. You can see, this doesn't really change anything. We can, like, open this door. So that's, like, the door for this, like, one of those, like, bulls. I don't know what you would call it. I was trying to think of, like, a good enemy name for it. You know, I was talking earlier, like, small dogs, like, you don't have to flame, but that there is what I would consider a very big dog. And you do have to flame that one. Keeping my eye out, because I swear to God, like, the number of guys I've killed don't add up to the number of guys I counted around here. So, all right, now where is... I need this guy to get me another save point going here. Oh, he's hung up on the fucking door. Of course he is. Maybe while I'm just kind of looking around. Yeah, this room, I can see it has, like, lasers inside of it. What if I just kind of come out this way a little bit? I'm going to have to kill that thing anyway, so might as well... Oh, boy, well... I guess that can't be helped. Oh, hey, there he is. Powell. Keep lighting them up there, pal. I do think if their ammunition, like if they're using a gun and the creature needs flames to die, they will not waste bullets on it. So that's kind of nice, I guess. All right, I'm going to leave that guy to work on that. I could have sworn I didn't kill the jumpy guy there, but whatever. Now, I want this save terminal going before I continue on any further. All right, save. All right, so then we should have this key that we pick up, which gives us access to this, like, armory type door. And then we go in here, and that has, like, the laser gates or whatever, but even deactivating them, like, you know, still fucks us, so it doesn't really matter. The whole base kind of goes into, like an emergency type mode. There are a lot of thing monsters around now, and then there are a lot of, like, military guys that are around now, so we're once again finding our way out of here. This is, like, heavily much more action for the rest of the game. Like, not so much like survival horror, but, like, kind of straight action. Alright, keeping my eye out and around, because I tell you, the last guy you want to see around the corner is one of the fucking flamethrower guys. Now, this looks like a regular military guy, like with guns. I don't think this is yeah, that's where we recruited Powell before. Nothing in this room as far as, like, things ready to jump me around corners. Keeping my eyes out for any things. Any guys with flamethrowers are super high priority. Basic military guys are like, whatever. I don't know why your alarms would ever turn out all the lights, but hey, you know how it is. Honestly, we're doing pretty good coming up out of here, even though Powell's freaking the fuck out. Easy now. Oh, Okay, I want to take out the dude with the flamethrower first. The guy with the shotgun is a high priority second because shotguns chew through your HP in a very similar way to the flamethrower. What do we got through this room? Oh boy. Another one of these like bull enemies. Oh, and I just got flamed from behind. Wow, and Pal took care of it. Man, my hero, Pal. No, I was talking earlier about that Michael guy. I don't think that this is like, this isn't like any information that's personal, but all he ever talks about is like how much his dad is obsessed with Star Trek, and then Crusader Kings, I think, is the other one. Oh god, we want to kind of be in here quick and get in here quick, get out quick, because our buddy Pal here really like freaks the fuck out. He does not like this room. I'll probably have to hit him with a dose of the adrenaline before too long to get his nerves back under control. Alright, please just finish with this so that we can see whatever the hell is on this terminal. Because we can't work on this. If I could, I just would. Oh man, come on, there's no way that panel needs that much work. Thank you. He's throwing up, he's sick. I've locked the grenade launcher and some ammo in my office. The code's 2622. A lot of trigger happy men around here. So maybe that's why they would ever get caught with explosives. So I just dosed him with some, one of the fucking adrenaline shot things that like reduces his fear down to 0. I need him to follow me. Whenever he hits like 0 like fear, which is bad, like 100 fear is good because it means that he's not scared, but he just hit 0 fear there, which means that he like stops following you. He starts freaking the fuck out. He could start shooting you, but it causes him to lose trust. But you could get rid of him shooting you with like a stun gun, is what that early game tip was trying to tell us earlier. I'm going to just run around that guy. So we have that code, which means we can now open this door. And I'll take the grenade launcher, take a couple of grenades. Oh, these are military guys, which I only happen to know because my cursor auto-tracked onto them, thank God. Alright, keeping my eyes out. It just, like, we're so close to escaping this hangar, and I'm getting lit up by another army dude. Let's bring it in there, pal. Let's get closer to one another so you can watch my back. Alright, so I think that is it. Now that we have all 4 of the C4 charges, now there are like these cargo planes that are getting ready to fly out that Pal was telling us about earlier, and we have to stop them. In order to do that, we have to open bay doors to cargo planes. And to do that, we're looking for like an air traffic control tower a little bit. I was thinking about it. I don't know. This would be a nightmare because at least in the original thing, like there was like 10 guys and maybe like, a couple of them are infected or whatever. And you at least can knock one person off the board because you're not infected. But like, holy hell, how miserable this would be, because we've ran into like 70, 80, 90 people, like not just teammates. I'm talking about like all humans across the board. And it's like, how many of them are infected, I don't know. This would be a nightmare to try and figure out. A lot of people might not know this, but there was actually a comic book for the Thing that came after the movie release. Like there's the Thing movie, and then there was a comic book series, and it actually followed again a more actiony plot line. And at the end of the Thing, you kind of like figure that like one person is infected. It's either McCready or I can't remember if his name was Childs. I really can't remember that guy's name, but it's there's like 2 guys at the end. There's like McCready and another guy, and the other guy is you kind of like feel like he's infected. You're like, oh wow, they're tearing up a lot of shit around me. You get like this feeling that surely like somebody's infected. It's probably Childs, and that book, like, it takes the story again and makes it much more actiony, and they make it so that neither of them are infected, which I always kind of thought was lame. I don't think it's too lame that they went with that like Childs just died. There was no indication that he was infected in this, but at least I don't know. I just don't think that the story is as lame in this one as it was in that one a little bit. I'm not too pressed by the story in this anyway. When the troops arrived, I saw Reed getting taken away, so I locked myself in here with the new guy. His body hasn't stopped twitching since yesterday. So, like, the new guy came in here. It was 2 dudes in here, and then one just, like, after he died, just kept twitching. Of course, it was some kind of a thing monster. I can't remember. Is this area like hella lockdown? Oh, wow. Pow is not doing good on HP. Hold up. I need to heal this guy. Whoa, Pow. I didn't mean to get that close to you. We'll do one more. Whoops, still did the same button combinations. All right. Go to the maintenance area access. You work on that one. I should have had him do data room 3. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'll have him do data room 3 next. And I probably should have bothered to... I'll have him do data room 3. Go ahead. I'm going to, like, loop around a little bit and see what we have around here. So the restroom, I hear an enemy in here. One of these, like, medium-sized things. All right. I just want to light the little goop monsters on fire as well. I should probably swap to the fire extinguisher. Wow, there was no supplies in here. Kind of a dead room. Traffic control tower. This is kind of the last place I want to be, I feel. Let me swap to the torch again, just so that we can kind of see as we're running around. There's a switch here. There's another switch for this data room, which I think is not only supplies, but also a save function for us. Cool. All right, dipping back out and into this room. I don't think that these blow up. No. So those are good to shoot at if we need to. Let's loop this way. I think that this is where we'll run into... Yeah, see, another one of those, like, things on the wall that we can't quite pop. Whoa, we gotta kill this thing before it kills the old medic there. It was getting pretty close, it looked like, judging by... Yeah, he does not have much HP. Holy shit. Oh, and I need to... Oh, shit. I tried to switch to the fucking fire extinguisher to stop that. Blah. It accidentally... It killed this dude before I could do anything for him. That's fine. I'm not really that worried about that. I'll just clear these guys out. It like killed and infected that dude. Oh well. Really not that concerned about it. I just blew up these explosives. I wonder if... No, that hasn't even spawned any enemies yet. I think we come back through here later is why they're even set up for that. And we got monsters on top of the... pipes up there. It is cool, like the monster placement and stuff that they like, because these things get into some pretty fucking squirrely areas. Was basically no reason to go in that room. Whatever. This end game here is getting a little bit wacky. So now we can see, this is the exit. We don't want to go there. We want to go into like this middle area where we can go up to the air traffic control tower and open up the pod bay doors. Hal. You know, this might be controversial. I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is where I was making that reference to. That has like the robot that's like, I can't let you do that, or whatever. I think most people know which movie I'm talking about. I watched that movie, and the beginning of it was so fucking boring that I just couldn't do it. I just could not finish that movie. That movie was horribly fucking boring. So there are 2 switches on either side of the tower here that you have to flip. So we just flipped one. We opened 2 of the pod bay doors, Hal. And then on the other side, we should actually have an enemy. Yep, there he is. No, I was thinking about this, like, you probably need the air traffic control guys, right, to, like, take off, and I don't know how they're going to do that if these guys are, like, or if this area is just so filled with infected dudes. I don't know. Anyway, so now we have to put the C4 on the cargo planes and shoot it off, and at the same time we're being accosted by these more Spec Ops dudes. Oh, they're here already. Oh boy, there's actually quite a few of them here already. Holy shit, and they just keep pouring in. So I don't want to get jumped from behind. There we go, like he just did. I saw what he was going for. Let me give this guy some ammunition just in case we need it. This next thing that we're getting ready to do is actually pretty easy. I don't know what they were kind of thinking with it exactly, but it's not as hard as I kind of feel like the guys dressed it up to be. So the first thing I want to do is to save. We'll get the flashlight out. Wasn't there a save in here? Yeah. All right, flight control. All right, and then we go outside. Now we're looking for 2 of the planes, and I think that there are 2 hangars, like on either side of this. So there's 2 on this side, 2 on the opposite side. All you have to do, super easy, you just put the C4 on, you back up a good little bit and shoot it, and then it explodes. If you go deeper into these hangars, like there are a little tiny bit of supplies, and there are a lot of enemies to fight. So I don't really know why you would do it at all. I guess, yeah, like you can see there's like soldier guys back there. Don't see a reason to fight them at all. I'll just shotgun that. Maybe this is a little bit lame, but like it just seems like a waste of ammunition. It would be like, do you want to enter the bonus room? You don't get no extra dialogue. You don't get no extra text. You get a little bit of supplies, but nothing else. Do you want to enter this room? My answer to that would be no. So it seems like there are at least like 1 soldier guy in front of each of the hangars, like guarding it. Now, if the hangars were not supposed to be open, come on, pal, I need you to back it up there, brother. If the hangars were not supposed to be open and they all of a sudden were open, it would put me on edge a little bit if I was one of these security guys, but, you know, what can you do? Yeah, so it seems like they're getting ready to send, like, some samples of the thing back to the mainland, which obviously would just straight up be like death for everybody on the mainland, because like Blair's computer said, only 72,000 hours and the entire world would be infected basically. So even then I kind of feel like those numbers are optimistic. Like I mean, these things are fucking deadly. It kind of reminds me of the DayZ virus a little bit, if you ever watched that movie and stuff. I really like DayZ a lot, like the movie, and I read the book, and if for any of you guys who like may or may not know this, if you guys remember the original like books that came out that were like zombie survival guides or whatever, those were like spin-offs made by the same guy who would later go on to make DayZ, and I think they were supposed to be like in the same universe. At least I remember that's what I read, so whatever. Yeah, so we've got a couple of monsters in here, and I'm talking like the originals. I'm not talking about like there's probably 10 million fucking zombie survival guides you can just buy on like Amazon, or I don't know where do people read books, these digital ebooks these days. Wherever you do, regardless. Because I remember like somebody let me borrow that book for like a class period, and I was reading it, and at the time I thought like, damn, this is pretty cool, and I don't think it's lame now. I just think other better things have kind of come and gone. So once again, our teammates' propensity to not get into vents will lead to this guy not following us. That's okay. Not the end of the world. We're just moving on. I think this level is like the first one where we're going to have like some extreme kind of difficulty. Again, I would consider no part of this game like impossibly hard or anything like that. Now, having said that, whenever I was a little kid and I played this game for the first time, I did not beat this game. It was just too difficult for me. I don't know where I stopped playing though at the same time. Maybe back there with like the hangar and stuff, because I do kind of remember like the army guys, like they felt like they were way harder to fight in the original game. Here now I know I just need to just keep dealing damage to them, get the jump on them, and like they're kind of nothing burgers. What else was I just saying? I felt like I was talking about something that I was only halfway through on. This area here has like a lot of supplies that we can take. Oh yeah, I was saying like how this area isn't really that difficult. I also think that poster on the wall there is actually a poster from the movie. If you can happen to see it, it's like of a pretty blonde lady in like a bikini. What do I want to swap for here? No, I think we're good. Oh, there are some enemies here though. So this upcoming area that we're going, I would consider this probably the hardest point in the game, just kind of by my estimation, like the nature of what this place is and stuff. So we go up, and I think we crawl through this vent. The vent's easy enough, but then we end up in what I'm going to call like the elevator. It is a stairwell. It's actually not an elevator. It's a stairwell, and it just goes down and up, and you have to keep going down and down and down and down, and it is deadly as hell the whole entire time. Oh boy, we're not doing awesome on HP. I guess I got a lot of med kits though, so pushing forward. Keeping my eye out and around for all the enemies around. So there should be this guy. I'll give him a gun already. He already trusts us. Let's give him the... yeah, let's give him the shotgun. That's fine. He can have that. Now, he is going to keep running, I think. Right? No. Huh. Well, he just stopped running. I thought he just kept running. So we're going to get steam the whole way up and down. The steam actually is, like, not really that deadly or anything. You will probably... You're going to get pinched between these guys and some army guys that are, like, following up behind you. It is shotgun and flame guys. And I just go up to the top first, just clear it out. There's supplies up here also, but, like, it's more so about, like, clearing out the area behind you. Now this, as much as I don't want to, I'll show off what it is because I'm worried about like going up and down on these things. Like changes in elevations just seem to soft lock you like 1 out of 10 times. So then it leads you down into this vent where we were earlier. And this Cohen character should loop his way back down and meet us down here. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, he's remapping down to here. There's this med kit. But anyway, we're going straight down. Now, like I said, some of this area is extremely deadly. I don't know. I used up like all of my grenade launcher rounds the last time that I played this going through here, and I was like, damn, this area is a little bit difficult. I guess it is good because you do have like a medic guy with you, so you get like a point in that regard, like where it should be easier. Okay, that vent doesn't break. Whoa, shit. You do get a point in that regard, like where you shouldn't be having too much trouble because this guy can just heal you back. Come on, man. Whatever. I'll just use a medkit. Fuck him. But then, like, the enemy placement is, like, so thick and, like, the area is, like, so cramped that at the same time, it's not that easy. All right, so we got more military guys here. I'm going to clear those guys out of the way. It looks like he's still shooting at something. Oh, it's maybe... Oh, there's a crab stuck up there. He's kind of hung up there. Oh, and then we got a... one of the soldier guys right there. I think the best way for me to handle this turret is for me to launch grenades at it. It's funny because your grenades, while they're in the air, actually have collisioned them. So before I've like launched okay, I think that one's dead. I've like launched grenades at the turret. This is like why I died kind of so often there. I launched grenades at that turret. And I'm just going to blow that up. That looks fucking really dangerous. Grenades at the turret, and then whenever I did, it like shot the grenade back at me instead of like having any forward momentum. So, alright, the turret is so much more deadly than the creatures are, so I'm going to finish it off first, and then I'll deal with these little guys. Also, this guy's doing a pretty good job himself, so... Oh, and I just got... I can't tell if I got shot or gooped, is what the kickback and the so much hurt on my HP was there. Holy shit. There's a lot of these little creatures around. Yeah, it is just like spawning out of this corpse. That's annoying. I thought it might be doing that. Oh, man, so many more of these guys. Oh, and we got a bull coming up. We'll swap over to the flamethrower to finish it off. Oh shit, and I'm almost dead. I just saw my HP there at the last second. I want to use this guy to heal me. There we are. Oh, and he's about out of ammunition too. What's he use? The shotgun? I just really don't have any bullets for you there, bud. Maybe you'll get the pistol after this. We'll see. Because my machine gun's just about out of bullets too. So, there's another turret, I believe, but we can blow up those the explosive barrels and deal with that. I'm surprised the first people to ever come up with explosive barrels did not copyright them immediately, as many games as use them. Okay, so this is a little bit complicated, but each of the turrets supposedly has a like a switch for them. So like if I go in here, I should be able to hit that button. Oh no, that just turned another one on. No. I made it worse for myself, not better. Let's just go ahead and save while we're kind of here too. So there should be another button around. No. Oh, I did just turn it off. Okay, so it looks like one button, hit it once to turn the other one on, hit it twice to turn them both off. It really doesn't have to be that complicated, but whatever. Keeping my eye out for more trouble. I guess I could... Maybe grenade. Yeah, see, it just did it again. It just shot that fucking grenade. Oh, time's up, Blake. I just got blasted from behind. Why do you all of a sudden have ammunition, you bastard? I think that I pissed him off because I accidentally hit him with the grenade and he's throwing a fucking fit. So that should turn it. No, that's on. Let's go ahead and hit it again. That's off. Okay, and then I'll have Cohen follow me up this way. What should I have for this room then? I really just don't have any good ideas. I might just have this guy like wait right here. I'm going to grab these med kits just so I have them. I'm going to keep the pistol on me. I'm going to run up. That should have turned... Oh, that turned off the parallel one. And that turns off probably the one that was right over my head. Oh, we got plenty of med kits. I just saw that. I'm pretty well maxed on med kits right now. All right, so then we can have reopen this door and have Cohen follow us again. Oh, he doesn't... No, he has fine HP and stuff. Yeah, that grenade must have just hurt him quite a bit. I hear a lot of enemies behind me. It looks like he was shooting at... so he has 2 bullets left in that thing. Trade me. Here's the pistol, and you can just have a bunch of ammunition for it. I'll swap back over to the machine gun, and then I'll use the shotgun following that. Boy. What are we thinking here? I see there's a button in here. This should at least give me a start on de-arming some of the security things around here. I also see another button here. Okay, there goes one down, and then I've got one left. Wonder if I hit this switch. Nope, that just woke up another one. Alright, healing up. I'm gonna maybe deal with this critter at my feet. I might have to kill that last one, unfortunately. Ah, boy, there's so many of them. Let me hit this again. Nope, that woke that up. I thought maybe it's like turning off different ones. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't want to have to deal with these turrets, but what can you do? Alright, just gonna poke at it until it fucking blows up. That was 4, 5. There goes that one. That one is awake. I was wondering because it wasn't shooting at... Ah, you son of a bitch. Alright, so I came back here with Cohen. Jesus Christ. And I just am gonna rush that. This area is like so deadly by my estimation. So Cohen he's healed up. He does have bullets at least. I also have enough bullets to get by, I guess. And we can continue on. I really don't remember what we're doing down here. I do think this culminates in a fucking boss fight, but I really don't remember much. Especially like how things pan out with our little compatriot here.
Where's Cohen? I thought he was with you.
No, he went to the medical supply area to pick up more antibiotics.
And you let him go alone? What the hell are you thinking?
Oh, relax. The area's secure.
Secure? Are you crazy? Those things are everywhere.
Then why don't you go find him?
No, I think I'm gonna stay right here.
Back down, Stoles. You don't want this fight.
Screw you! I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, but it ends now!
Yeah, and it ends with you.
What's wrong with you?
Interesting sort of face-off. Yeah, I really don't trust this bald guy whenever he's talking about, like, you know, he's like, oh, I let him go by himself. It's safe around here. Okay, so neither of these guys trust us, like, kind of wholeheartedly, but we're going to use a blood test on ourselves just to prove that we're, like, you know, human or whatever. Our medic is healing them up. And then that'll give these guys enough trust that they should be willing to follow us. Now, I'll activate this computer. What do we got? Current tests on the smaller alien fragments have proved successful. Full-scale testing will commence when a suitable test subject has been attained. Okay, so then we start moving on, and that guy should start acting funny. Oh, hey, there is a blood test here, so I guess maybe that's how you're supposed to... Can you guys stop pointing guns at each other? You guys both have me so fucking nervous. So I think this door here should be locked. That's right. Oh, yep, and then he just turned into a monster. Holy shit, that scared me a little bit. Alright, down you go. And then, so yeah, the bald guy turns out to have been a bad guy. I don't know who would have guessed. Keeping our eye out. I'm just a little bit... Oh yeah, this is like a robot. I thought I heard something coming up in the upcoming room is why I was like trying to be so particular. Gen Inc. Robotics. Maybe they're not biologics. They're robotics? Or maybe that's like a robotics division. Maybe that makes more sense. Also, I do think, yeah, I was about to say I did tell Stoles to follow us uniquely because normally I forget to do that. While he's unlocking that, I'm just going to turn on the light. And I'll need an engineer to fix this other one up here. Oh, shit. Couple enemies. Goodness. I'm kind of surprised. This game, sometimes it throws a lot of enemies at you. Sometimes it doesn't throw very many. Sometimes it likes to dip back to the, survival horror. Sometimes it likes to make it like, just like a pure combat game. I wish I could see the drawing, not the drawing board, but I wish I could see like the dev room for this almost a little bit. Okay, so he should be... He's kind of like pathing his way in a really shitty way over to this power supply. There he goes. Alright, so he's going to work on that. I'm going to pop back into the data room to save. Pick up some shotgun shells. Oh, very nice. And that has me wound for sound.
That panel controls the timed security door to the Black Tech Lab. Now, I can jam the door from the inside, but you'll have to stay here and flick the switch. Now, it only stays open for a few seconds, so give me some time to get there first.
This isn't so hard. He's just going to run over there, and then pretty much whenever we see him hit the midway point, we want to hit this switch. It'll open the door in time for him to get over there. Unfortunately, I don't think he has a very good time in this room. Yeah, I'm trying to help him out as best as I can to get him back out of here. Yeah, but he's kind of hung up on the wall there a little bit. That's unfortunate. Oh, well, he transformed. I don't know if you can save him if you use the CCTV with the auto turret or not. I've never tried it. I didn't even know that was there the last time that I played, so maybe. Alright, so that room is going to basically be hell. I got high explosive grenades that I could probably toss in there, clear it out just a little bit, make my life a little bit easier, and then I'll switch back over to the flashlight so I can see. Yeah, this fucking room really just sucks. Him being willing to run in there is like nice, but I don't know. He has guts, I'll give him that. Oh shit, and then this guy transformed behind us. I'll finish him off because obviously we're kind of pinched right now. Reload my gun. So yeah, Cohen probably turned infected between A and B. Maybe I should go over to the fire extinguisher actually. Clear out some of this environment here. Yeah, see, sometimes they like spawn stuff, sometimes they don't. I kind of wish it was just consistent. I don't care. It could even be the harder version. I just wish it was more consistent.
Jesus, help me!
Look, I can only help you if you get your shit together. Now tell me what you know.
Check out that terminal. I can't figure it out, but maybe it'll make sense to you.
Yeah, I should have known better than to trust an engineer that says that he doesn't know what's going on with the computer. Breathe deep, Blake, it says. Alright. So, let's see. I need to repair this, I think. This is actually good. I'm going to be cutting it pretty goddamn close here. So we got to repair this, and then we're looking for, I think, a CCTV around here. Yep, here it is off in the corner. And we shoot the little gas container right there, and you can see the timer has stopped. Oh, nice, and they released some army boys in on us. I am going to just take a look at all the computery stuff around here before we go anywhere. Loot kind of where I can. Yeah, so by my estimation, we literally just came down here just to leave. I don't know what's going on just yet. Breathe deep, Blake. Yep, we already read that one. I don't know. Maybe that computer there wasn't actually functional like I thought it was. We could go ahead and heal up, and I'll grab another med kit out of the container since it's one of those that has like a lot in the storage. This looks like the UFO. It looks kind of like they're disassembling it a little bit, and you can see like pictures of it there and stuff. So, oh hey, we get a save. Nice. All right. So that way's a dead end. This way should lead us where those army guys were, and they went back that way. I don't know what they're doing that way. That door was locked before. I don't know what's going on. All right. I see a turret. Okay, yeah. Let's just use the shotgun on it. I know that's like a horrid decision, but at least we'll make quick work out of it. Have to basically trade HP to knock that out. Nice. Another one of these shit-ass things that just spawn a whole lot. At least we made quickish work out of it. So that guy is running in the back there. I don't think we can actually get to him just yet. I think we have to do all this outer stuff first. So this is for the door controls. Oh, we're in weapons research. Huh. Okay. I think these cameras give us an idea of what's going around. This is like an area we'll go to later. That's got 2 guards in front of it. A couple guards up here with a engineer in the back. And this is the room with, I think this is the guy who just tried to trick us, and he's bleeding out. So, and it sounds like there's like monsters and stuff in there. So we got an idea of what's going on in that room at least. Data room 2, we can't do anything with yet. And I believe this leftmost door is, locked for now. Alright, so yeah, this is like almost like a weapons testing room a little bit. Oh, I don't want to have them get too close to me. I am going to load up on weapons though. I think maybe we have like a boss coming up is why it's loading us for Kingdom Come. Alright, and then there should be like a couple more guns I can pick up and stuff here, mostly pistols, nothing that interesting. Alright, and is this a... Oh, this is one of the testing hypos. Cool. I guess if we need this guy's trust coming up. Let's see, dead guy there, not too worried about that. This is one of the... Oh, we're going to probably need to recruit this guy. I'll give him a gun. Let's give you the... Okay, I do got an extra machine gun. I just wanted to check that out before I just gave you the only machine gun I had. Alright, we'll pop up out of here. I'm going to have him repair... I'm sure I need him to repair this. Otherwise, he wouldn't even be like a recruitable. And then I'll have him repair the... Oh, no, I actually don't need him to repair this. Alright, then we'll have him do the observation room power. I'm going to back up, go up to where I saw those CCTVs at, because this is obviously the... what it's meant to power up. This is for an upcoming room. I see there's like... one of those guys contained there. And then we'll blow this up. Think I'm going to leave it. It looks... I can't see that guy, but I do think he ends up dead. Gain access to weapon research. Maybe that's where we're headed. They're like trying to make some kind of a bio weapon like Resident Evil style. A lot of... I don't know... Like a lot of same vibes as Resident Evil. That's what I wanted to say. I didn't even want to imply that like one is... inspired by the other or anything, but yeah, a lot of Resident Evil vibes as you play these kind of games, especially whenever it's like a mix between two. It's like obviously like bioweapons, like one it kind of looks like they're going for, and then another thing that they're going for is like kind of how Wesker wanted to infect himself with Ouroboros in 5 and make himself into like the superhuman. That's kind of going on. I want to play the Resident Evils. I just am not good at like the first 2, 0 and 1. And I wish I was, because then I love all the rest of the games like 2, 3, 4, 5, and not so much 6, right? Yeah, and then 7 and 8 are fucking fire. What am I doing here? Am I looking for something? Did we square away whatever I needed to pick up in this room? I guess so, huh? But yeah, this game kind of is like a mix of like 4 and well, I guess it's more like 5 wholesale, because like it's more like the bioengineered weapons and superhuman shit. Alright, so this is the 3rd, and I would call it the final normal boss of the game. There is a final boss. What do we want to do here? Let's maybe go with the grenade launcher a little bit. I accidentally freed that guy, so I've just made my life a little harder for no reason. I could also go with grenades for this room, I guess. Alright, got him low enough to flame him. I'm healing up from where that guy is attacking me on the side. It doesn't look like there's any way for me to like stun this guy, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I do got med kits here, so that's nice. Okay. Oh, I think I accidentally hit that guy with the grenade a couple times. Ugh. Alright, there we go. I've backed up into like the other corner of the room, so at least I don't hit my buddy who's on the other side of the door. At least. I could go incendiary grenades here, and that'll probably help me out a little bit. The idea is obviously... Oh, I just died. Son of a bitch. But as I was saying, the idea here is like pretty clearly just to flame this dude once he's low on HP. And I don't know. I don't really get the point of what we were doing there, but who cares? Oh, as we open these things, that guy should switch those guys down. Nice. I think we're looking for like a key or something. Oh no, it looks like these are just simply supplies to have dealt with this guy if you were having trouble with him. It does look like we got a reappearance of the stun grenade though, so that's kind of interesting. This guy is going to be a little bit too hard for me to kind of baby to get him out of here, because this area like just gets like lit on fire and starts exploding and stuff. So I mean, if he can keep up, good. I also don't know which way we're going to get out of here. I don't really have a supreme feeling of control over what am I trying to sense of direction. There we go. Not so inherent in this area. Okay, so everything is kind of already destroyed and stuff. Whoa. I don't think we will run into anything problematic until we hit like the what I was calling the elevator earlier. I also don't think there's a reason to like pop back into those rooms. Like they don't like respawn supplies or anything. So yeah, I think our guy just died on the whoa, shit, that hurt a lot. Our guy just died in the like explosion as that room was caught in one. This place this is like pretty much as exciting as it gets for like trying to escape, you know, and stuff like that. Before it was like more horror, like survival horror. Now it's just kind of like straight action, like run out of here as quick as you can. I guess I could pick up as many med kits as I can kind of carry there. And we leave via the same way that like I almost left earlier. Ah, shit, looks like we got some thing monsters coming up. What do I have for, like, heavier weapons? Oh, shit, it looks like there was just some army guy just sitting there kind of taking shots from these guys. So, light these dudes on fire. I don't necessarily want to use the grenade launcher on that guy, but, I mean, I might not have an option. Let me swap over to the machine gun, and then hopefully the burn mixed with my bullets got him. Okay, I'm trying to crouch down, because the slower you sort of take those changes in elevation and more carefully, the better. At least in terms of like your chances of actually making it out of there. Now, as we come up on this next room, it's going to be filled to the brim with enemies, and it is my intention, as well as I'm able, to just make our way to the like lift and then just get the hell out of here. So I'm not gonna fight these guys. There you go, just as easy as that. So we're actually in pretty much the last area here. Coming up out of here, there is Whitley, who's running away. I didn't even know he was down there. Did you? This is where like the story just kind of just keeps falling apart. So this is kind of sort of time sensitive. Not super, but like, you know, you'll notice that your cold bar is currently active here. So, you know, as best as you're able, just try to be as quick as you can. Looks like this fucking grenade launcher, is it like actually launching my grenades? It is launching my grenades. Well, boy howdy, I never knew that this could actually even do that. This thing actually launches grenades. Huh. I always thought it had like its own sort of ammunition to it, but I've, you know, learned something new about your games every day, I guess. Again, the reason being that we're just kind of running and gunning here a little bit. I'm going super heavy on like my basically easy button weapons, is because we don't have a terribly ton amount of time. Now I see we're about to switch to these stun grenades after my next explosion. Now, I haven't really had much cause to use the stun grenade, so I don't know how good or bad it is. I'm going to guess not very good. Okay, so it just causes them to drop their guns. Alright, that guy just pretty much exploded. He just got gibbed. Oh, these guys don't have their weapons. They do drop them. Oh, shit. What if I just drop a couple? Oh, wow, nice stun grenade there. Oh my god, they're all stunned. Well, I guess we're just going to open up on these guys. This included a couple of flame thrower troopers. Nice, they're gone. Wow, we're making mincemeat of this final little area. I guess, granted, you know, I did just use the grenade launcher, which is just like a easier way, I guess, to throw your grenades. So what I'm going to do before we go too far in here, I'm going to dip in, because I think this door gets locked behind you. I'm going to dip back out, because there are supplies over here. I think this is meant to be like your reward if you do that last area quick enough. But we can go ahead and just cash out on that reward anyway. and then continue forward. Now we're going to have one more cutscene before we continue on, and we have to do like one more like enemy kind of rush, and we'll go from there, I suppose.
Game over, Whitley.
I don't think so. I control you. Right now, I control every man on this continent. Your pathetic sabotage of the consignment at the airstrip only delayed the inevitable. There is an evac team on its way to this location. Once I take the chopper, I will begin global infection. Game over? This game is just beginning.
Kind of interesting. So you can assume that that's more or less the thing talking to you. So that's probably the first time that the thing has ever actually communicated with people in like some meaningful way. And it was just to like kind of taunt you a little bit. So I'm going to save. I think you could easily do this side of things if you just like threw a grenade and you could skip a bunch of enemies. I'm not trying to like pad or anything here, but I am going to take the slightly harder-ish way out of here. So there is one guy. That's a regular grenade. Okay, just trying to keep my eye. It obviously has some kind of priority to the... Jesus God, I just ended all those guys. It does obviously have some kind of priority to the grenades that it's throwing. I don't know what that priority is. It seems like basic grenades first. Swap over to the machine gun. Maybe we'll rock with this for a little bit. So yeah, this way just has like a shit ton of enemies. And like I said, I think you could probably like toss a grenade back this way where you see all these soldiers and stuff are, where these like little trip mines. Oh, I just died, son of a bitch. Alright, everything being equal, I'm just going to take the easy way over here. So, I showed off the hard way. I guess I'm getting to show them both off. It's just, you know, whatever. So I saw there was another one of these nearby. I'm trying my best not to get too close to this shit again and die. Trying my best not to do that. Whoa, they're also blowing up some of their own trip mines. I feel for these guys. They run into their own trip mines as much as we run into them. Well, I haven't run into them at all. They've ran into it twice, so... We're pretty close to the end here now. Oh boy, I hear these guys fucking loading their guns on the other side of where we're going through. Really, for guys who I always thought were like really difficult to fight, the Spec Ops guys like kind of turned out to... I mean, maybe I got shot a couple of times, maybe one death outside of the invincible Spec Ops guys like got me, but on the whole, I really don't think these guys were that troublesome. Like, as soon as they kind of get aggro on you, they almost, like, shit the bed heavily. Like, they just stop having any kind of threat to them, really. Well, insofar as, like, you should be able to pretty much kill them as soon as that happens, so... Oh, lucky ducky there. I think, honestly, I've probably killed myself more times than anything, and then maybe, like... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's killed me the second most times, so... Yeah, again, I couldn't recommend the first movie like enough, like the old The Thing. The newer one, kind of boring. It's whatever. I kind of recommend passing on it. Whoa, easy. I kind of recommend passing on the second one. It is nice if you ever like cared to know what happened to the Norwegians or whatever, because it like in the movie you don't get like a ton of context for the nuance of what happened at the Norwegian outpost. But so this is kind of weird. I don't know what the idea of this is, but you're meant to go over here and there's just like this tower of guys. So whatever. Honestly, getting sniped here feels like the very beginning of the Thing movie where they're like sniping at the dog and none of their shots hit. So, and just like that, you don't even have to worry about the tower. Again, no clue what the point of that is, so whatever. I'm pretty certain we got maybe a cutscene coming up. We have to kill Whitley, so this is like the penultimate area. right, so not good for us. I don't think that we can actually get close to him.
Need some help?
Yeah, no shit. I need you to circle close. Once I fire, you've got 10 seconds to get this chopper as far away as you can.
Alright, so the dialogue for that's kind of weird. I don't know what the point of it is. So you're doing pretty much 2 or 3 things here. One, you're like exploding these down here. Keep your eye out for these red like tendrils that come out of him. They can hurt you, but like you have way more than enough breathing room to deal with them. Also, I don't know what he's talking about, like you have 10 seconds to get out of here once I shoot. I think it was like they had something else in mind for this boss fight. This is like fun, don't get me wrong, but like I don't know what that dialogue line's all about. So then we're shooting the last of these explosive barrels. Okay, cool. And then you deal with this guy. You could probably do it in the opposite order, actually, if you felt like it, because, like, I think this is how a normal thing fights. Like, this is just a big version of it, where you have to get the HP really low and then let the fire kind of take it out. So that's what we're doing here now, is, like, just getting its HP low. You can hit it in the head if you feel like it. I think you can also hit it in the body. Like, I've swapped between the two. And yeah, that's this boss is really not that special. I don't think I've ever died to it before. You can tell it's like very, very, very slow. Maybe I'll just focus on the head here. We'll take out that tendril, and then like I don't know. It is cool. I like how they do like the pilot or whatever. The story of this game has just been completely all over the fucking place, to the point that like I'm just making stabs in the dark at it.
Excellent timing there, pilot. Early retirement from Gen Inc.
No, not exactly. On my way back from an extended Arctic vacation.
Uh-huh. So what's your name, smartass?
McCready. R.J. McCready. U.S. Outpost North 31.
And there you go. That was the main guy from the first thing, just in case you aren't putting 2 and 2 together. So that's kind of cool, right? But yeah, that's been this game. It's kind of cool that they did a remaster of it. Hopefully they didn't put like a ton of money into it, because, I don't know, it's not bad, but I think you kind of see where the cracks are shown a little bit. It's definitely nothing that's going to uplift your studio the way that like the SpongeBob remake did. So at the end... So there was a hidden credits in the original The Thing. Like there was like hidden audio files that you could pull out, which were all the presidents like around that time, like Bill Clinton and George Bush, like congratulating the player and stuff. I'm going to play those and I'm going to end the video. So I'll see you guys all next week. Enjoy that.
Blakester, Blakerooney, Blake boy, this is George W. Bush. Just want to congratulate you on the great things you've done for America down there in that Antarcticulate continent down there. I don't want the American people to underestimate the things you've done, and I hope your exploits will help our economical situation and help people keep food on their family. Thanks to all the things you've done, America will not be held hostile by evildoers, and the evil doings they have done did, and they will be avengified. Thank you. God bless America. Well, Blake, this is the President. I just want to congratulate you on the wonderful things you did for the American people when you did that thing that you did. Who are you again? Blake, this is President Bush here. Just want to congratulate you on the wonderful things you did for your country down there in that region by that area down there. Down in where that cold place down there by the thing. Keep on doing it. Blake, this is President Clinton. I just want to thank you for the wonderful sacrifices you've made for your country. And I'd also like to know, what are those Eskimo women like? I hear they're really hot. I got a position for one on my staff, if you know what I mean.
Blake, how are you doing? I wanted to give you a call and congratulate you for the awesome job that you've done saving my life and the lives of a hell of a lot of other people. I also wanted to give you some friendly advice. Now that your name and your face is on every newspaper in the world, stay the hell out of Hollywood. Because if you come down here and you try and get your own action movies and compete with me, I'm gonna rip off your arms and beat you until you cry like a little girl. Don't try it. Trust me.